Didn't realize there was a spot in the room in that spot. So I parked 2 blocks away. So I do apologize for being late. Okay, so. Amen.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Turn on microphone. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Not done yet. But it's all information on it. It's not formatted. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, amen.
Yeah,
Ready for me to go? Please.
yes.
Oh, well, let me do my little favorite
Yeah.
part. I'm calling the meeting to order, please.
Today is September the 8th. It's currently, whose time is it? 7:07. Yeah. Mayor Linda Monroe.
Here.
Councilmember Amanda Anderson.
Present.
Councilmember Anita Anderson.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Chu.
Here.
Councilmember Ford.
Here.
Councilmember James.
Here.
Councilmember Williams.
Here.
Town Administrator here, Chief of Police, represented by Sergeant Lowry, Neighbor Services not here, Town Attorney not here, Town Clerk not here.
Okay, so can we have a silent prayer, please? Our pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we all acknowledge that we do meeting minutes. And at this point, are there any? I might have missed them, because we didn't read. Are there any minutes that were up for review?
Yeah, actually, all of August 4th, August 7th, August 11th, and I was sent to you guys on August 13th and August 18th respectively.
In fact, that is.
No, just saying, there's a glitch in the email system.
Council, did anybody see it? Great, reader, any comment?
Councilmember Nita.
Yes, ma'am.
I did read them, and I moved to approve the minutes for the month of August. After 2025.
Yield?
I yield.
Yes, ma'am.
I did read them as well, and I second.
Okay. Okay, we have, we have a new motion on the floor. We have a second. Are there any comments on this?
Councilman Ford,
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to just add, if we could please add all of our minutes and our video meetings to our website so that our residents that are unable to attend in person can have access to those minutes as well as video meetings.
That's it. Good one, council going before, and we've done that several times, but I'm hopeful we'll get there. Yes, ma'am.
With that being, let's put on the floor,
the third or fourth time, I'd like to know why, what's the reason that these things are not uploaded?
Okay, I would like, thanks to
They're not uploaded because I'm not. So I'm not sure how to do that. I have asked NCI, what is it, NTI, to assist me with uploading the videos. So that's why they haven't been uploaded yet. We're not sure how to download them and upload them from Teams. I'm not sure how to download them and upload them from Teams.
The, council, mayor and council, I need to give them, when will there be, when do they anticipate us getting some type of information with regards to finding out how to do this? Or could it be put on our tracker that this needs to be done? Maybe even a council member or someone may know how, instead of going to NTI. That may be able to assist, we open my hands for the answer.
I have no problem with, I'll work on it this week when he comes in tomorrow. If he can't assist me, then I will ask a council member to, help me.
Thank you, Ms. Gibson.
You're welcome.
I yield. So I just wanted to find out, is the problem you think there's the
Videos on the website and the actual documentation, the minutes, or we just can't get the video? Is it both or just the video?
It's just the video for right now.
Okay.
So I'll work on the minutes. I'll work on the minutes. But it'll be uploaded as much as I can this before the next meeting. Yeah.
Structure, we were then able to now upload videos. But it seems like we're still having a problem uploading videos. Is that correct?
So I haven't had a training on the restructure of the website, but I'm gonna reach out to someone again this week and see if I can get a training myself.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So now we're at, concern and approval of the agenda. Can I get somebody to make a motion on that, please?
Yes, with the motion to move, I would like to add to the agenda. I know I did email it. We are and like I say, 3 items added to the agenda. And this resolution, acknowledging the community engagement and sustainability committee on partnership with First Baptist Church, Capitol Heights event, Medicare event, Medicare, Medicaid. Also, the ordinance to establish and regulate crosswalks. Another ordinance for spending authority, procurement, and financial reporting requirements.
Councilman?
No, I didn't. Never. It was a second. No, I want to make it turn. Then I'm gonna put it on the floor. I put a motion, what was that? Don't need to be second before we comment or have any type of deliberation. Yes,
Councilmember Amanda, second.
That's not, okay. Okay, whatever you all wanna do, whatever you wanna do, that's not the right way, whatever you wanna do.
Yeah. Councilwoman Fu? Yeah, it's just a quick question. Are we gonna vote on the minutes being approved or not?
Oh, no, we did.
Oh, you approved it. Everybody approved
Didn't
it.
take the roll, but
No, I did.
there was no names.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
As the chair, I will definitely put it on the floor, but I'm gonna say, I don't know how many times. I do the agenda. Council approves the agenda. TA Bren prepares the agenda. I am not even most of the time, even in the emails, when there is a request to be made to put something on the agenda. That is against our protocol, total disrespect, but it always happens for 3 years. Most of the council, they do it the right way. Anything you want on the agenda, I will always put it on there for you. There's never a difficulty problem. But the residents get something on the agenda, because we got it at 8:30 Friday night when the agenda had been out in the middle of the week. TA Ren was off. So what I'm saying is, our motion is on the floor respectfully. You're her second, Councilman, you're second? Councilman Amanda seconded. Okay, call the roll, TA Ren.
You want any deliberation?
And then you do comments.
No, you do comments, that's all. We do comments first, and then once we put the comments.
I got a little stress going on with it. Yeah. Forgive me, you are right. I'm wrong.
Councilman Chu.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanna ask, we're not voting on these resolutions, are we just presenting them to us?
It's just an acknowledgement for the resolution, but for the ordinance, we can read.
I know, but are we, Councilman Chu, are we voting on it? Because the reason why I'm asking is because the sidewalk ordinance is an excellent ordinance, but I know that we have to make sure that there are, violations. And how are we gonna present the violations if certain people, violate sidewalk, crosswalks? And I was just skimming through here, and I literally just got there. And there's no way I can vote on it without really going through it and reading it. Because I know with PG County crosswalks,
We just on the agenda.
No,
that's the reason why, no, what I'm saying is,
To the approval
if
of the
we go,
agenda.
if we are going to add this to the agenda to discuss, I'm trying to figure out, it is just for discussion and not voting, because if it's for voting, then it needs to be taken off the agenda and sent to a work session. That's the reason why I'm asking. I yield.
Yes, I do want to make note that this is the first that we've ever done this, because there have been plenty of occasions where we've had a resolution and an ordinance brought to the table, and we did a first reading and we moved on. So we never had this type of discussion or question or concern. I will answer the question. The question is, this is the first reading. We have two other readings. Then we have a hearing. So there's plenty of opportunity to ask questions, to get clarity, and I do.
I yield. Any other comments? Any other comment or first? Okay, take it to, let's vote on the agenda with that addition. First, we'll vote on it, and if that passes, then we don't have to vote again. Are
I
you
just want
going
to
to?
make one more comment.
Good. Yes, ma'am.
So the comment, just for clarity, I don't want to have any misunderstanding. I did send my request on that Friday, and we did get that email with the agenda on that Friday. Normally, I think the protocol would be to send an email to remind council that this is the agenda. Do you have any items that you want to put on the agenda? Because I know we have gone through situations where we have had emails and asked to be put on the agenda during the next meeting. Then when, for whatever reason, we had other things to take precedent and we weren't able to get it to the agenda. But I do have you on this last email that was sent on Friday. I just want to make that clarity. I do.
I will agree with you on that. You did put me as a copy, and you did. Was went to the council, and I was at a copy.
I just replied to the email.
Can we bring it to a vote? Jay, right?
Just want to make sure that Councilman Ford requests for addition of items to be added to the agenda. I'm sorry. Okay, so basically, Councilwoman requests for addition of items to be added to the agenda, two resolutions to be discussed and one ordinance to be read. Is that correct?
No. And, you said two resolutions.
Two resolutions.
One resolution, two ordinances.
Okay, so one resolution, two ordinances to be read, correct?
We have,
But that's already on the agenda.
that's it.
Okay.
What was that?
Okay, so, Councilman,
Ordinances, yeah.
Call the vote. please.
Councilmember Amanda Anderson,
Yes.
Councilmember Anita Anderson.
Yeah.
Mayor Pro Tem Chu,
Yeah.
Councilman Ford,
Yes.
Councilmember James, Councilmember Williams.
Yeah.
Okay, all ayes have it, it's approved.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. We'll do the meeting rules.
Yes. Rules for speaker. The mayor and council invite and welcome comments at public meetings. The mayor or chair will recognize you. Please introduce yourself at the podium, spelling your last name for recording purposes, and give the name of your street and block number. Example, 4300 block of 34th Street. Time limits for speaking are indicated on the meeting agenda. While speaking, please maintain courteous tone and avoid personal attacks. If you wish to lodge a complaint about the performance or conduct of any town employee, please bring your concerns to the attention of the town administrator, who will look into the matter and respond to you. As a courtesy to the other residents and businesses, the council requests that speaker not use specific addresses or names of individuals when describing a situation or making a complaint. The name and address is essential to an understanding of the situation or complaint. Noting the block is preferred over a specific address, code enforcement and public safety issues should be first be attention of the appropriate department. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Public comment?
No, I don't see any.
Anybody want to say anything? Yeah. Yes, I'm trying to speak. Thank you. Oh. Yes, please. Let's go, okay?
You want the mic, Larry,
That's a no.
Larry.
Yeah.
You want to give her the mic, turn the mic on. Can you turn it on? Push the button.
Good evening.
Mm.
Good evening, Mayor, Honorable Mayor and Council. My name is Betty Wyatt, and I live at 512 Larchmont Avenue, Capitol Heights, Maryland. I have a few things, I'll try not to be too long, discuss. Number one, my main problem is I'm on the runoff area of my community. And when it rains real hard, the water pools right at my back door, right on the shed. And I'm concerned because if I step out too far, I'll be stepping in at the back door. And I was wondering if there was anything that storm drain or the town could look into and help me with. Second thing, the county drain, which was discovered in '87 there on my property. The county took care of it and agreed to keep it up, but they've fallen short of doing that. And now a lot of trees are falling down with the storm on June the 26th and 27th. And the weeds have grown up. In the past, we have been taking care of it, keeping it clean and keeping the grass cut, and everybody thinks it's beautiful there, but it's terrible looking there. And we're old, we can't do it ourselves, so I hired someone to do my grass and cut that. But since all these trees are falling, they can't even cut that, it looks terrible. The second thing is, I had, one reason I'm here is because when you had your, family event for the drain, keep the drain clean and pollution report, I had called and left a message online for you, maybe you didn't get it. But I wanted, some information because the head of the drain for the whole area is right there on my property. And you, when you all looking at the drain down this way. But that one there, really, you need to see where it comes down from. All over that pipe dumps right there. And when it rains, just like an ocean of water there. I appreciate if you could, my thing is if you could give me some help with storm drain, so folks can show that. And see if there's anything they can do about that and the water running down on my end. I had talked with them about 5 years ago and they came out and the gentleman that came out told me, the brother said, oh, well, we got better drains, larger drains like this in Fort Washington. And that was his answer. But I live in Capitol Heights and nothing was done. And the second thing I want to say is, the traffic on Larchmont is pretty bad down there at rush hour. And the children are playing and people are crossing there and the traffic is excessive. I was wondering if you all put a camera or something there. And another reason I'm gonna say is last week, I think that there was something on the district where they hijacked a car or something, and the police might know. They ended up over there by the church, right on the corner of Larchmont and Playground. And, everybody was wondering why are the helicopters all around the neighborhood? I was, because I couldn't get nothing on my antenna on my TV. And when I opened the door, I just saw the people out there and I asked the neighbor, he said, I think somebody stole the car. But later on, there were all of these guards out there, numerous guards and police, and they were going from house to house wanting to check our Ring doorbell to see if they could spot anybody having left the playground in the last 20 minutes because they were looking for someone who got out and ran. And they were all over knocking on everybody's door. So it would be helpful if you could put a camera out there somewhere. I remember getting a paper from somebody in District 7 about where you could sign up and have a camera put on your property or something. But I was wondering, can't you just put one on the pole out there to cover the playground because that's a busy spot? And those are just a few of the things.
Can I answer?
Really good.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Can I answer
And you got the police and.
Oh, yes, and also I had spoken to you, Mr. Rand, yes.
May I? Answer that? Thank you so much for bringing this over. I'm going to be in contact with the director of storm drain. She's a really lovely lady.
Thank
She already knows exactly your area. I met this wonderful lady at Councilman James' event. Remember that?
Yes, I remember talking to you.
And then she gave me all the information. So I've already contacted the PG County Director of Storm Drain. She's a lovely lady. She said, I'm sorry we didn't get to it, but she's supposed to get back to me. And I'll connect with you to sort that out.
Okay.
Because I don't want that to happen.
I appreciate
And
that.
in regard to the playground area, in Richmond, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've already spoken to Mayor Pro Tem too. She's already talking to me and made a suggestion to put up like children that play signage everywhere.
Okay.
That would help out. I mean, I'm not, that would be part of it. Now, in terms of putting the camera on, I'll leave that to the police to answer.
It's just that I'm just.
But that's a good idea.
All the time.
But letting you know about the storm drain, I'll be contacting you real soon, like this week.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Thank you.
Oh, I was gonna answer.
Council, excuse me,
Ms.
Wyatt.
I was gonna answer you in terms of what I understand. I'm starting Lowry, I don't know if I've met you before.
No, I haven't met you, so
Yeah,
it's
nice
a
to
pleasure.
meet you. Nice to meet you as well. So in terms, if I think you're talking about the last case sometime last week, that
Last week.
and it was over the weekend,
No, it wasn't over the weekend. It was Friday, Thursday or Friday. something like
Thursday,
that.
Friday, so.
Mhm.
You're talking about the one that I'm familiar with on Friday night. I believe, to the best of my knowledge, there was a carjacked U-Haul truck out of the DC area
Mhm.
that wound up coming into Capitol Heights.
Yeah.
I believe MPD and I think Seat Pleasant was in on that chase. That chase came through Old Central Avenue and made a left on Larchmont. At some point, I believe that the two young gentlemen bailed out of that vehicle, which means that the
No, so after they did, yeah.
and they ran in different directions. And that's routine for them to just try to check cameras. I do believe they were both apprehended.
I
I
hope
do
so.
believe that. But I think that, it's routine that officers check camera footage to see if they can figure out like, where did they go to get more evidence, what vehicle.
I understand really what they were doing, because it already explained it to me.
Oh, he did. Okay. I just was wondering about the camera.
Can't you put a camera out there, something,
So normally our camera, discretion comes to areas that we have the most activity in, so we try to utilize our resources to be as most effective. In terms of the 500 block of Larchmont Avenue, that is something that I could definitely propose, not just because of the extreme incident that you experienced, but more so the safety of the children and the traffic is our number one concern.
Right.
We did, unfortunately, in that area on Balboa, had a really bad accident where a young child was struck. And that's something that this initiative that's really near and dear to Chief Hart. So we are trying to pioneer that to make sure we can rectify that. And I definitely express that to him when he returns.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so, Wyatt. Another initiative that we're trying to put in place is a, four-way stop sign at Doppler and Benchmarks. We're actually in, communication with PG County Public Works because that road, even though Doppler is in the town and belongs to the town, Larchmont is also in the town, however, that's a county road. So in order for us to do that, county is now, going to meet with us because, they have to do a feasibility study. They have to do all of that before they can turn it into a four-way stop sign. Right now, it's two-way, which is Doppler. So in order to do a four-way stop sign, we have to go through the county because that's actually county road. The second thing is, there's another street. I think we have a lot of problems in our community on this side of the town because of the age of the town. So we have a lot of issues with storm drains and things of that nature. As I was walking out door to door distributing the lights, I had a conversation with another resident on Balboa. And she was speaking the same thing. She said, every time it rains, the water drains down into their yards. So when they come out of their yard, it's walking in slush. So, I think Councilwoman Anita, if I'm not mistaken, is actually spearheading the storm drain project. And so, hopefully she'll reach out to the different residents and the people on the different streets so that we can come together and see how we can rectify the problem, put in a temporary fix until they can get the problem fixed. But we do, know about the different problems that we're having in the streets. And I do. Thank you, Ms. White, and I feel your pain. I live on a busy street too, and been singing the song about, the speeding. So on Capitol Heights Boulevard, they speed like the racetrack. We now have speed bumps and that slowing down the pathway for not enough. So thirdly, we'll get some more speed bumps on that street, and stop it, and the cameras. With regards to the storm drain, as my colleague just spoke on, I am working on an initiative to get some storm drains because like yourself on Capitol Heights Boulevard, unfortunately, from this 700, the top of the 700 block all the way to the end of the 700 block within the tail, we don't have a storm drain. So my house and two of my neighbors, we are inundated with potholes in front of our house, and when people are flying up the street, the water is splashing into our yards or it's splashing us. In the wintertime, it becomes a sheet of ice. Last winter, I fell and slid across the street because it's a sheet of ice. It's a result of that. So, and hold on, hang tight with us, know how to pray, get it in sooner than later. Get those storm drains, get that problem right in the fire. I do.
I want to first address Ms. Wyatt. I did not get a message or emails. I do apologize for not responding to you. Just for clarification, did you email me? I just want to know.
No, I don't email you. I called and left a message on the number here for the town, where the number was on the table.
Okay, and he was really good about giving me certain information on people with interest, so I do apologize for the
No
oversight.
problem.
I also want to share that I have been in communication with Thomas Johnson from the WSSC. He is the Government Affairs Manager. I had been in touch with him since November of last year. I've been in the event. So we were given information about how we can improve or get resources or help with our storm drains. So I did recently also reach out to him because we did have that the community outreach police department here. And so we had some partners, his partners there, so we had conversation. And so I emailed him, town administrator, on that email.
Yes.
Well, I emailed him, and so I'm waiting for a response so we can go have partnership with him so that he can help us not only get resources, but help us to find out what's going on with all the water main breaks, right? Because that caused concerns also with our water. So I just want to get a little more information, understand, and be educated myself so I can be a better advocate for the community. So once I get more information from him, I will share it. And once I get that partnership, more details about how we can partner together, I will bring a resolution to the mayor and council and move forward. I yield.
Someone online. Former Councilwoman Akers has a question.
I did. Good evening, Mayor and Council. My issue is the dissemination of the
Council-
town events or the town newsletters.
Council,
On our street, we're not receiving any newsletters. We're like locked out of
go ahead.
President, y'all should have received a letter, I mean, SSC, the timeline, a schedule, are gonna be down, digging up a lot of the.
Yeah, the neighborhood services director is never there.
Hold on.
We, the deputy said, if you all don't have the schedule, you can go on their website and call them, you can give us the schedule, but they will be coming within this, in the town and digging up a lot of streets, putting in new places because of all of the water main breaks we had last winter. So that is forthcoming through WSSC. I think it's supposed to have the really, I don't serves me correctly, serves me correctly. I think they're supposed to start in like the latter part of September, 1st of October. And they're gonna be digging up some trees.
Was there a letter about this thing on?
You know, WSSC did send a letter.
Are you building now? We're not subject.
The census for saying, they did some of that.
Sounds like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just. I did not get a letter, that's someone that didn't email a letter. The first time hearing.
Last month. Maybe even sooner than later than that, but we did receive a letter.
I'm sending this out to certain people because of the fact that they are a part of the water treatment and street being redone. Have to call you, parliamentarian, and as the chair, it's okay. But you know for, okay, take it. I'm through. I'm done, that's okay. I'm just saying, I didn't get the letter, so I don't, this is the first time I've heard anything about WSSC coming out to do
I
something.
just reiterate, so we close this topic. WSSC sent out a letter, or flyer, for all residents. And I probably wouldn't have read it if I hadn't seen something with regards to Papa Heights. A lot of their flyers I throw in the trash. So,
Well, I try to read everything, but I haven't seen anything like that. Anything I think is non-significant, I use picture out and throw it out, but I haven't seen anything from WSSC. Because, well, we'll try to look, thank you for letting me know though.
thank you, Dan.
The only reason I say that is not a controlling factor. But when you chair a meeting, and this is not a time to send a statement, to keep order, you have to be called on. So if the chair calls you, or when you want to be on the floor for a question, you be on the phone. Okay, forgive me, and it's giving your people, everybody respect so that we don't over talk each other. Well, that's the only reason. Okay, forgive me. You didn't. Thank you for accepting that. It wasn't, yeah, okay. Is she, Councilman, I believe, Akers?
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I wanted to bring up the concern with the dissemination of the flyer, or the town events or town news. For some reason or the other, it seems that this particular street does not receive any information by a flyer. So we're like out of the loop with things that goes on in the town. And as you can see, a lot of people don't even get, on the meetings to know what's going on in the town. But I think it's only fair that we receive information on things that's going on in the town also. This is the second time that I tried to address this issue, and each time I tried to address it, our neighborhood services director, manager, whatever the title is never there at these meetings to be able to address my issues. So they just sit there for a minute. The last meeting that we were on before you all went on hiatus, I addressed the issue of not receiving the flyers for the events. And the neighborhood services director, he was at the meeting, but then he left before we could ask any questions or anything directed to him. So I don't know if he's in attendance now. Maybe that's what I should ask is if he's in attendance now, because if he's not, then here we go again. I'm trying to address some issues with the neighborhood services director who's never at the meetings. And I think that there is a problem with that. I'll yield the floor.
So I like to answer that. Unfortunately, our neighborhood service director, he's not feeling well today. So it's unfortunate last time, that you were not able to get your questions answered. But I can confidently assure you that, that street that you're on definitely gets, flyers posted. Going forward in the future, I will make sure I take photographs of it or pictures of it after our team has dispatched the flyers, just to make sure, and I will doubly make sure that your street in particular will have all the flyers, so you're properly informed. And again, if in the past, you don't feel like it happened, my sincere apology, but going forward, I'll make sure not only they're gonna be on there, but I'll double check with photographs and any other documentation that might be necessary to ensure that you get the flyers that you need. And again, unfortunately, our director of NSC is not here today because he's not feeling well. And again, unfortunately, last time he, wasn't here, I think it was because he wasn't aware that you were actually have questions to ask. Because it was towards the end of the day and it assumed that, the discussion had ended. So, but going forward in the future, I'll make sure he's here. Or if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm the town administrator. Call me anytime. I'll be sure to assist you in any way I can. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joy. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
But we also pay the neighborhood services director a salary to be able to do his job. I appreciate everything that you're doing, but I also would like to have him to step up and be able to do what he's being paid to do for the town. Thank you, and I yield the floor.
Okay, anything else? That's it? Okay. Councilwoman, you okay? Okay, thank you
Yes,
so
I'm
much.
fine, thanks.
Okay. Are there any other comments?
I don't see any other hands up.
Okay. Lady. Press those things like me. Yes.
The microphone.
Okay. Good evening, my name is Deborah Smith, and I reside at 5001 Dobbin Street, that I know. What I'm asking for, and I mentioned it last time, is there any way y'all can see about putting speed bumps coming up Able Street, coming around Dobbin Street? Because at the corner, as you mentioned, sir, that's where the young man got hit. We do have some kids running. It's the two-way street, but when you coming around Gawker, the street is so narrow and you coming up. When you coming the other way to the Central Avenue, you coming up the hill, they flying both ways. You have cars parked on one side. It's really dangerous. All I'm asking for is see about putting a speed bump up there. Oh, and make the street one way. That's important. Another thing, ask the church property and live on the side of it, if they can do something about the trees. Tree fell in our house, almost $7,000 damage back here first of the year. I'm asking the storm get ready to come back again in the next 2 months. Try to do something.
Just, I'm gonna say we have got money funding to increase, do a lot more speed humps. Councilman James is leading that initiative, so you got your notes, right, sir? No, you got your notes, okay, Tia Ray.
Actually, I just wanted to make a comment about Able Street. Initiative, our director of public works was just with you the other day. And I've also informed my Councilman James to put a speed hump, to request the initiative, to put a place of speed hump on Able. So we were literally out there. I can see what you're talking
I've
about.
been right at that corner.
Oh, you bet.
Since I've been right there, I have had 3
Yeah.
accidents running my yard. Okay.
So that is one of the ones I think Mr. James right behind you is approved. Has approved.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be coming, that was addition, that was gonna be added on to it. And then the contractor, once their council approves it, will be out there marking the area. So you'll see actually cones and just so you know what's gonna go on. And then you're gonna put it actually down. It just gives you a neighbors want to see where exactly.
Yes.
Get an idea, maybe you wanna move it, not move it, up or down, so but I know exactly what you're talking about. And number 2 part of this is our also our NSC director has contacted basically tree and legal services fact, Mr. Moore is gonna start doing all the tree cutting around certain areas starting this week. So if you give me your address, I can sort of see if that's something that the town can assist with, or if that's something that, that we wouldn't be able to assist with. But we're starting, tree, town-wide tree cutting services.
Yeah, well, I understand that y'all did it on this side, but on my side, it was not done, right?
Okay, I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, I'm being
I'm very
very honest.
active.
I've been here for over 30 years and I know I get paid certain people to cut
Right.
the branches around the side of my house. The other thing I want to thank the young man right here for the support. Your service was excellent. Okay, and I believe in letting everybody know. And she said something about the town hall, I think it's, not too sure what the young man meant with it. But whenever I call and I ask for service, he do send to before he to assist. So I cannot say nothing negative about anything at all. So far, I just want to please take and be here. But I cannot afford no more tree falling in my house. Mr. James, you know where, y'all know where I live at. I'm just asking, once again, y'all have a nice evening.
Thank you. Councilman Paul? Yes, ma'am. Yes, so Mr. Gibson, Ms. Boone, as well as TA Grant, knows about the situation, always about the trees.
Yes,
Mr. Gibson has been on that situation, he did so about the situation, said he was in contact with someone to assist him. So he has been working on that.
yes.
I just want to make you know of that.
In fact, our Donna has been assisting us contacting the gentleman to come and do the tree cutting this week.
Yes.
So we've been very actively making sure that the whole tree falling people's houses or on the road on people does not happen. So we're very actively doing that.
I just want to make note that when a resident contact the council member or the mayor, that it is noted that you did receive that communication and not have the resident feeling that no communication was received. Or you will follow up and you will go out and check, because that was communicated to both you and Mr. Gibson. Always, yes, I do. I'm good. All right, then. It's facing. The Good evening, council, residents. Have a couple of concerns. The first one in questions is what's the status of the ethics commission? Because we know that's something that's mandated by the state of Maryland. And also feedback from a town hall we had a while back. It was a great turnout that we had at the First Baptist Church across the street, but we never received any follow-up from that. So I would like to know where we're at with that. The second thing is July 24th, we had a safety committee meeting, and it was a very good meeting. However, the communications stated changes to the parking ordinance and it referenced commercial vehicles. The meeting had Prince George's County Revenue Authority was there to discuss parking rules and regulations. The main topic of their discussion focused on commercial vehicles. However, in my opinion, they did not provide any additional information related to commercial vehicles on public streets. In fact, the town code for commercial vehicles mirror the same thing that the county has. So my question is, based on the information that was given in the flyer, what are the changes? Because the flyer stated that there was changes and that was not communicated. Based on the information of the flyer, to me was really misleading to the public because I was expecting to find out what the changes were in particular for commercial vehicles, since it was highlighted in red all over the flyer. Also, the county asked what was the town code enforcement was doing. And to me, that was an embarrassing moment for me, for the town, for a county representative to ask the town, what are your workers doing? We should have had our workers on display, letting them know we are doing what we're supposed to be doing, but no one stood up for them. After that meeting, it was stated by someone
that to Prince George's County Authority, that you see what I go through. So this was an elected official talking to the county person, said, you see what I have to deal with. That was the quote. In my opinion, an elected official, you don't have to deal with your constituents. You're here to serve the constituents. So therefore, I think that was uncalled for. My last comment is, once again, I am asking for the rules and resolutions for the use of the community room. We continue to call it a community room, but it seems as me that the community is not able to use that room. I want to know that the Boy Scouts and the Woods Homeowners Association, did they go through the same process as Toastmasters to use the community room? The community room should be for the community. The town created Toastmasters, the town created Linden Woods Homeowners Association, and the town created the Boy Scouts. The elected officials need to stop the mistreatment of organizations that are opening their services to town residents. It's a benefit of the town. What other organizations are knocking at the town door to provide services at no cost and something that's beneficial to the residents? Thank you, and I'm here for
Which one do you want? Because it's 3 minutes. Well, you're speaking to three. Your questions, your good questions. Which is your most, you want answer?
all of them. Well, you may can't answer that, but the email is fine with me.
I'm
You
just
can,
trying to be logical.
well, whichever one you all feel comfortable in asking, answering, it's fine with me.
Can you give her all the, make sure you have the true notes on it?
Yes, you know, I was. The next comment, say, I think,
Trouble seeing, you want to go,
okay, go ahead. I'll go to you.
yeah, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer the one in the safety committee because I am in charge of safety committee. I sent out an email, well, not an email, the fire went out when the safety committee because we were told that from revenue authority, because they were pleased, public health service, we were told that we have a lot of violations in our community. I was told that they could not write tickets for any street that had a blue sign. They was told they could not write any tickets for streets that had a blue sign. So when I spoke to revenue authority, they said we had a lot of parking that was out of compliance. They saw a lot of commercial parking, which we did. We had 2 cars on fire, 2 trucks on fire. There were box trucks. There were not. I don't think they had a sticker in it that we did. So what I did was, because we are updating our code and our ordinance, I put a flyer on people who had some commercial vehicles. And I told them to come to and attend the meeting because there may be some changes in our parking for commercial vehicles. Now, there is a change because they no longer need a permit to park on Capitol Heights Street for trucks that are 10,000, their weight 10,000 pounds and under. 10,000 under. They no longer need a permit. They can just park. But anybody that's over 10,000 pounds, they need a permit. That's one of the changes that we got from revenue authority. And that's why I really wanted them to come out and explain it to you because we were updating our codes. And I wanted to make sure that the residents knew that we was mirroring PG County rules and regulations. The meeting was very, very good. I'm not going to bring negativity to something that is positive and something that is positive that we're trying to do and especially inform our residents. We're not perfect. We're not all perfect. But I just wanted to make sure that our residents were aware of the codes because we are working on the codes and changing the code, making the place near and PG.
So all this statement your meeting was great, but I still have concerns. And what you just stated about not having permit, that's opening the door for anybody to come and park on the streets now. The purpose of the permits
was so that residents who resided in the town would be able to park. Not having that permit, everyone can come in. So that was the purpose of the permit. So my recommendation would to be implement that permit back, because now you're opening the door. You don't know who's to. But that's just my opinion, you know, you all as council, but that's my opinion, you say you don't have to have a permit. The permit was always for residents, so you can distinguish a resident from an outside.
I want this is the second. Second time that I've gone through this with the community room, and I went run it up for you. And so don't press it, you know, to me, yes. And if I said that, just please make a video do it. But you did, and you guys said it's not, it's okay. But thanks for. Not no steps, one briefly, if we have people who want that.
We have a question, for residents and former council president, I am currently working on the code enforcement codes, updating anything that's saved. My next step is also to get a flyer out that will go out with with all of the code enforcement violations, what fines will be. So it will have a flyer that will make you understand, will help you, I think, but that will assist you in understanding what, especially maybe, we're looking at everything, but the major ones that we are definitely going to be looking at, what fines are associated with those, as well as some of the things that you just, brought up tonight. Former council case. I hear, I think she said something. And respectfully, said you correct me when I said Miss Lucy, she calls me later. And she sees me, and I don't have a problem with because I know you for years, so that's why I did that. Oh, she calls me later. And that's why I do use your title, but you call me Linda and I'm fine with it, because you just know me for 30 years. So, okay, but, we gotta keep moving, but whatever it is. Oh, and one question, what was it? So I don't know. Oh,
Yeah, I wanted to encourage everyone with the information, all of that stuff is on our website. I really want all our residents who can hear me, who can actually on the, on Zoom, to please, like, you know, submit your application. I mean, all that information seriously is on the website, it's been on the website. I need to do more push to get more people to come on in and basically sign up, do the application. But the application itself, all the information is literally on the website. I think I might have to, you know, maybe achieve support doing some stuff on social media just to get more people to come on in and just sign up. I really want that done as soon as possible. So if everybody can hear me, it'd be great. That's all I want to say.
people have, sorry, have these comments. For everybody, Councilman Amanda?
Thank you. Because we have had, at-length discussions about the ethics commission. Over the past 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, I can remember one meeting we discussed an opportunity to actually send a letter to every resident. And I was hoping that, we could step on that and move forward with that so that, we can have a direct ask to, everyone in the town to step up and participate in that. So I'm just reminding, the council and town staff that that's something we talked about. So hopefully we can, think about that since we like to give out flyers, but it's, always think about, another community traffic.
Thank you for that. Former councilwoman assistance, AKA the Thank you for that, because that is a mandate. We should have been had, that's a mandate for the government. So thank you. Okay. Anything else?
Oh, someone, Miss,
Okay. Opportunity to use it. You know what to do, I think I was talking about policy officers. Oh. Thank you so very much for allowing me the time to come and share. My name is Peggy Ward,
I am now a resident of Capitol Heights. I live on the other side of Capitol Heights in Pennsylvania. But I am a devout member of Toastmasters of Capitol Heights. In June of 2022, I sought out the opportunity to come and be joined with Toastmasters organization. I was very blessed to be joined up with a group of people who are fantastic mentors, one to another. I love them dearly, and we become quite a family there. So I just really I enjoy my journey there with them. And I expect that I will be there even a little bit longer with them than I probably anticipated. I am now the sergeant at arms and did not come to seek a position. I just wanted to come and be mentored and maybe even help me with my public speaking. As I begin to approach the age of being coming into that septuagenarian, I just wanted to belong and try to improve myself moving forward. And one of the great things that really blesses me, even about Toastmasters, their mantra on the website says that it's a place where leaders are made. Wow, that spoke to me. Because what better place to be than be with a group of people who want to help make you be a better person than you have been. And so with that, it's very encouraging and I love it. And you're never too old to learn. And that's another thing about it. So with my journey there, it has been quite enlightening. And as I said, the people that I have there with me, we just mentor one another. One of the things that I had found that was kind of disappointing to me when I came to join Toastmasters in 2022 was that I really love people. I'm a people person. That's my passion, people. So I was looking forward more to having time to be together. But then, of course, we had Zoom. And so we were not able to do that. So what we had. Oh, okay. I'm gonna wrap it up. Because I can't talk. Anyway, one of the things that was disappointing to me is that, we were not able to be together. And we were only able to be able to do Zoom and all. And Zoom's good, it's okay. But it's not like, rubbing elbows and shoulders and that sort of thing. So what we have been able to do is do like one meeting a month in person. And we had, the pastor had given us the opportunity to use the church. But then circumstances came about and we had to shut that down and all. So at this point in time, I'm just looking forward to us working together, being a little bit more together, as the young lady pointed out. I heard you throw in Toastmasters, so I said, this must be my opportunity. Okay. And so I'm just looking forward that we will be able to come here and use the town hall and have our meeting there. And we get together sometimes and we do lunch with one another, just so we can be able to see, because if you know anything about it, some of my people are even in other states and they are members of Capitol Heights.
We'll get another chance to speak.
Okay,
Because once we broach the subject, we'll have at the end of it, the end of the meetings, no more public time.
well,
Once we discuss Toastmasters.
amen. I'm so sorry. You know what? I hate to be disrespectful, but I recently had a eye surgery, so I will not be out this late in the night time. Okay? That was why I was sitting there. No, I'm not gonna take any more of your time. So I'm not gonna be out too late and everything. I was looking at your screen and I said, oh, it hit till 11 o'clock. Oh, no, baby, cannot do that tonight. But I am grateful for the time that you have given me. And so I just want to say that I'm appreciative of Toastmasters, and it's been a great lifesaver to me, along with some other things that I'm involved in. But I do thank you. So look, I look forward to you all seeing you on the top, and thank you so very much for the time. You all be blessed. Good night.
Toastmasters. This is Toastmasters.
Toastmaster. Capitol Heights.
It's awesome.
Oh, well, I don't
That's sincere.
You have one more hand raised. You have one. You have one more hand raised, Miss Brockenbarrel online.
Yes, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, oh, she's on here.
Okay, my name is Andrea Brockenborough. I live at the corner of Karen Boulevard and Walker Mill Road. I am a member of the Town of Capitol Heights Toastmasters Club. And I would just like to share with the committee how Toastmasters has impacted me. I realize I only have 3 minutes, and I would just like to share just my feelings about.
You live where, you don't live in the town, you live where now?
No, I do not live in the.
Okay, but let's hear you, please go for it, please.
Okay, thank you. Um, Good evening, esteemed council. The
Oh, definitely,
members,
let's hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay, my apologies. Good evening, esteemed Town of Capitol Heights Council. The members and I of Toastmasters are hoping that you will allow us to use the town's public space for our monthly meetings. I thank you for this opportunity in advance to share the ways in which the town of Capitol Heights has impacted me. First of all, with service. I spend 2 Sundays per month encouraging, coaching, and critiquing my peers and colleagues with speech and academic topics who are members of the town of Capitol Heights Toastmasters Club. You know, I don't mind spending this time with my fellow Toastmasters because at the same time, the same attention is given to me. And I realize that my time and presence at the 2 monthly meetings are important to help others achieve professional and personal goals in speech making and to develop business acumen. It is also important for our members to continue our meetings so that others, particularly our younger members, can be served. Second of all, it has impacted me through competency. With a paid membership, Toastmasters offers professional and business education courses for about $120 a month. I can read and review valuable information and carry out assignments that give me wonderful speech ideas. The credit earned by the course agenda provides not only education, but it allows me to grow within the local and district level echelon of Toastmasters. These are so many opportunities offered in Toastmasters. Third and lastly, community. It is always a joy and a privilege to spend time with my fellow Toastmasters. As you know, our club was established right before the COVID pandemic and locked down on April 1st of 2020. Unable to visit my parents and other family members, I look forward to the formal Sunday afternoon meetings and the offline discussions we often have. Because I want Toastmasters Club to expand, Toastmasters is a way of pushing me out of my comfort zone and drumming up courage to go out in the community and attend community events and distribute information about the club and the benefits of the membership. The personal initiative has allowed me to get to know the town of Capitol Heights neighbors and let them know that our club exists, and to inform them that there is a club affiliated with an international organization to help them achieve their academic, professional, and entrepreneurial goals. And I did this just this past Saturday. So again, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to speak to you all, and I hope that you will grant us the space that we need for our Sunday meetings.
Well said, thank you so much. Okay. Oh, okay. Somebody. Okay, thank you for the notes. Okay. Anything else that we start the meeting? I'm sure we're gonna start, we get public time, standing committee reports, Mayor and Council. I'll go ahead. Let's start. Oh, let me go with that.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I just want to remind all the residents that are here
everybody, whether you're a resident or not, that, every Sunday, the town of Capitol Heights and the town of Spearmont Heights provide a grocery giveaway, to folks. The grocery giveaway takes place the third, fourth, and fifth Sundays here at Town Hall. The time is being changed and moved up, to 1 o'clock p.m. So we invite residents to be aware of the new time change, to come out, receive free groceries. There's no catch. So if you're ever in need of free fresh food, salads, breads, fruits, all sorts of things, fancy items, please come out. 1 o'clock is when the giveaway officially starts. However, we do encourage you to come about 30 minutes prior to get a ticket to get your place in line. On the first and second Sundays, it takes place at Fairmont Heights. That is a partnership that has taken place officially a year ago. Also, in regards to the website, this is more so for the mayor and council. I spoke to Kara Ray, who's with a website development, September 19th is your final date for all changes. So the restructure has not gone live yet, but it will be live no later than September 19th. So I do encourage residents to keep an eye out over the next 2 weeks. You'll see a new website, hopefully more easily accessible, and we'll continue to work on that to get you the information that you need to deserve. And I'm good for my report. So,
Yes, I just wanted to let everyone know that the committee has started the distribution of the flood and motion lights. These lights are not wired lights, they are solar lights. And I enjoy going out to each and every resident, not really good, because I get to know the residents and also learn some of the issues that they may have in the community, and I bring it back to the council. We had a great safety meeting in July. We didn't have one for the month of August, but we actually brought revenue authority from CD County in, and they gave us some good information, and we updated our code and our ordinance, along with Councilwoman Anita Anderson. I too am working on the code and the ordinances for the town. This month, September, the fourth Thursday of every month, we have our security meeting, safety meeting. And this fourth, we will have DPOD, somebody from DPOD come in and just talk about some of the do's and don'ts in terms of violations, non-violations, on your property. So I'm hoping to have them there for that. Also, the safety committee has been instrumental in trying to find different ways to make this community safer. We did the giving out the motion and the motion lights, motion and flood lights. I'm sorry, I had a word thing, sorry. Motion and flood lights. We identified areas as we was walking out, giving the lights, we identified, talking to residents, certain areas where they would like to have signs up that say children at play. So we're in the process of doing that. And then they asked for block cameras in certain areas. So we're coordinating, of course, with our police department and the safety committee. So we're trying to just make sure our community is safer. So we're coming up with different ideas and different measures to make sure the city is safe. So whatever we do, we will give out notifications, email, and post it on the website for all upcoming events for the safety committee. And I need that.
Thank you all for being here. I want to give a big thank you for the Toastmasters for joining us at this meeting this evening and sharing with us these amazing stories and encouragement that the Toastmasters has been today. I really appreciate them, especially those that are outside of the town of Capitol Heights. This service is for both our town residents as well as those outside of the town of Capitol Heights. But I do appreciate those testimonies. I am encouraged. It is not easy to make yourself available every month. That's understandable. but I appreciate them for continuing the effort, making the service available for our residents so that they can conveniently have a place that they can come and be, not only be restored, because it's more than just coming together and learning about and being leaders. It's about coming together and just becoming one with an individual. Sometimes we need that accountability partner. So it's more than that, and I appreciate that. So the Toastmasters currently meet on the second and fourth Sunday of the month, and it's virtual. And it's been virtual since the COVID has taken place. So the goal is to come in person. As far as I know, it's once a month, and it has been communicated to the town that they would like to resume using the community center once a month. And so I do look forward to that. Aside from the Toastmasters, the community engagement and sustainability committee. I wanted to make note that we will not be meeting on this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. However, the fourth Friday meeting will continue, and that will be at 1:15 p.m. here at the town hall. With the community engagement and sustainability committee, we have a couple of initiatives that's happening. One would be dealing with the sidewalks, making our streets safer for pedestrians, helping us to become a more sustainable community. That's lighting. More walkable streets. The other initiative that the committee is working on is becoming a certified sustainable Maryland recipient. So the end of the final updates to our certification is this Thursday, and our town administrator is working hard to finish completing that. I do appreciate her efforts for that. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I mean, took your initiative. Crosswalks, please pardon me. Thank you for the clarification. I do apologize. Crosswalk. They both make our road safe. And I believe that is all I would like to communicate at this time. On the break.
I was thinking, so what was the word you used in the hiatus? That's what I meant. We went our recess. That's what I was thinking. No, our recess.
I'm sorry, Mayor, I'm on 1 month. I did apologize. And so the other thing is, which is right in front of me, I do apologize. And the other thing is just recognition for our Hispanic Heritage Month. The mayor and council would like to acknowledge that. And so I know the town administrator was working to finalize that for me. I did get that into her a little later than expected. So our mayor and our council members will be signing that, but I would like to read it. Because I don't see a friend here. I'll write it. No, okay. So
No, you do have a I do, because I knew that. That's one page.
okay. Yeah, rushing out of my glasses, so pardon all the squinching and stuff.
Okay, we printed it now.
No. Yep, so I'll just. Okay. Yep. I'll just make it. All right. And that is that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A couple things. For the residents who don't know, the town of Capitol Heights was selected to have a mural put in the town. The council, prior to us going out on recess, was supposed to give me some selection of buildings or places that basically we own, and the only buildings we own per se is this building and the police department, or any, or we could ask business owners if we could put the mural on their building. It's to stay there, not be torn down or repainted over, but it'll give people that's coming in and out of the town of Capitol Heights a visual of our history, where we started from, how the town was developed and happened. So that's to come within the next few months, hopefully, due to our recess and get to our home. Also, I just want to get residents also to know that we
the town of Capitol Heights, the mission of the fourth was to have employee constituents. And I'm still waiting on the final status of that from the town administrator, but employee Prince George's, we do have the printers, we have the computers downstairs where residents can come in, or really anybody can put Prince George's down. But we're definitely encouraging our residents, because you know, a lot of people are out of work and a lot of federal employees don't have jobs. You can come in and go into the database and see all the open positions and positions all over. Full-time as well as part-time that you can apply to online, right here. The only thing you will need to do is call the town hall and schedule a slot when you get on those computers. As stated earlier, I'm working with the town administrator on the stormwater drains to put some drains in. I'll start some more drains in, or drains in. In some species drains in, for some species more drains in on some of these streets to hopefully alleviate the standing water or the icy streets. Some of these streets in this town, they ice up, the street ice, hard to get up and it's hard to get there. Get out of your driveway for those who have driveways. So that is forthcoming and hopefully sooner than later and before the fall storm or gets real cold back. In Washington, when I was out there, wanted to talk to you about the sign. I think the sign could be as what you do in the buildings, but I got that. You know, that was fun. And I was not able to sign in town. I was not able to come and meet with him from one day to the next. So it is a little slow because of me. You know, he wanted to come and meet her out to start the process without talking.
Oh, I just want to say, so I do have a training with him on Thursday to train about the software, and they're coming to put the software on the computers. And they are putting the signage of the retractable signs out. They ordered those.
I would love to do more even also talking to Senator Washington. I haven't seen or talked to him since the initial thing a few months ago. So since it is something I've been pushing initiative, it would be nice to be in the week on the email as well as sending communication with him. Thank you.
Just want to make sure you know, I did send over your information to him, and then he was supposed to get back to you after we discussed. And then he said, I think he's going to work with Ron Truth in terms of all that, so that we kind of can help with. But I'm sure Ron Truth will make sure that we always going to do, but I don't have your contact details. Thank you.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's going to say the number of safety. I don't want to be that. Yeah, I think that's it. I already found that innovators were really feeling and look forward to making the town more safer. And people saying, I didn't do it.
I was just grateful for him because I'm so to anything you're saying about all the things.
But it was just, I was just reiterating what the chairperson, I was thinking.
When you say so. It's so slow, your voice is so slow.
Is that right?
No. I can barely hear what
So
you're
I said I
saying.
didn't want to be redundant as a member of safety committee.
Okay.
The chairperson of the city that they're working on.
Yeah.
That's right. I knew.
That's good.
Yes. So, as you probably say, I'll start on the safety committee as well. As part of the safety committee, the light distribution, the flood light distribution. All of the over and Angel Avenue has received their lights.
So good for that. And the people were very happy to receive their rights. They were excited. It was given high, compliments to the council for considering this, to prevent crime and to shed light on some of the dark spots in that house. One of the houses on that street around that. So that went on. The Boys and Girls Club, which not the Boys and Girls Club, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I will be a part of that as well. But the Boy Scouts of America, I have one child that's receiving this community service back. She will receive this community service back. She has the qualified hours. So he put in the work. And 4, they have one more activity to receive their activity badge. And with the back to school program, that was a success, a huge success. The different topics that were spoken on. The people was very happy. The attendance was well attended. Kudos to shoppers. So all of you Capitol Heights residents, when you go into the local shoppers, go and see Mr. Rock. He's the manager, store manager. Just tell him thank you for me. And patronize your local shops. That's the end of my report.
Councilwoman, to the safety committee, is there a schedule on what streets you're working on? And if there is, then the town residents receive that, often you are going out to disseminate these lights and I hope that it's being distributed equally around the town and not just on council streets. So I just want to know, is there a timeline? Is there a schedule? Do you have a schedule? Yes, I'm enjoying that. Yeah, I think we do have a schedule and I'll send it to the TA. What I had mentioned before we went out on break was that when we came back, and I was gonna meet with each council person and have them do at least 2 to 3 streets in their area. And just so happened, Councilmember Victor was available, Councilmember James was available during the break, so he decided to do the streets that he chose to do. So he did Nova, and we both did Nova, and he did Mentor. And so, this week you guys will get your schedule and your lights. And so, and the shoot, the show. And so the goal is to have everything completed by, we were trying to do it by the end of October. But because of rain dates, it may push it out to maybe the 1st or 2nd week of November. So you guys will have the schedule and we will post the schedule because I am getting calls from residents in reference to the light. Okay.
With that being said, Councilman, what you did say before we went out on break, that we will be getting that schedule, and I'll be patiently waiting for that schedule. So had I known that we could have done it during our break, because I was available, without involved. But it just sits on the perfect now. Also, if a resident, we go to a resident's home and they don't want it, because some residents have their own security stuff up already. If they don't want those floodlights, we keep them. And what's the status? How are you and our family in a situation like that? How you feeling?
Councilwoman Chu, Councilwoman Nicolay, I think that's a discussion we can discuss. But we should have letters that we would give people who are not home when we don't have the house, and anyone that don't want them, we just put no on the spreadsheet.
Thank you. Anybody else before I go? Anybody? No, I'm ready to go. I wanted to say what I got to say. I'll get it over with.
Cause you know. Your resolutions can go for like 2 hours when we do them. The organization, she's an excellent writer, and she knows it's the truth, but we might be here for, we might be here for an hour. So, you want to go, or you want to, okay, all right. Very serious. My intent tonight is to resign as your mayor. The reason I'm telling you this is not to get empathy from you. It's because my life has been threatened. I do not make this up. He's a police officer here. The chief is out there. I've already been dealing with county and the state's attorney's office. I cannot take any more of working with this council. Not all of the people on the council, but on a funny note, but I'm gonna retract it. I'm not going nowhere. All right. I'm not going nowhere. Because they want me to go, and I'm not going. And the only reason I'm saying this tonight is because my blood pressure keeps going up. Even though I say it doesn't bother me, I got this little show thing from, all y'all know I'm a comedian, from the little girl on Scandals. She said, I said, and I don't want to use it, but she said, when people do something or something happens to me, I say, F it. But my anxiety says different. I know y'all understand what I'm saying. I say, oh, I can do this. I'm strong. I do this. They ain't gonna do this the same. But my anxiety, my pressure is off the chain. I am disrespected. I am talked about, and I'm going to use like a dog. The staff tells me what is said by my colleagues. And they said, oh, Mayor, I'm like, oh, how do you deal with it? And they think, I'm a grown person. And also, I gotta say alleged, the attorney said alleged. If they think that they're gonna take my dignity, they got another thing coming. I've been living in this town over 30-some years, and this is not campaigning. My work shows what I have done in this town and what is going to come to this town. And I am tired of being disrespected and trying to act as though I have no feelings. My dignity does not matter. Things done behind my back and they think I don't know because the staff is going to tell me. One thing I learned about people a long time ago, you may think because somebody listens to you dog another person and this and that, oh girl, tell me what's going on. They telling you because they coming back and telling somebody like me. Watch your back. And Jehovah God knows I was raised a Jehovah Witness. Before she died, Miss Johnson told me, because she was on the ethics committee, Jehovah God, please let them know I'm not lying. But anyway, she said to me, this is the one you better watch. And Miss Johnson and I acted like we didn't even know each other. We both went to Hampton undergrad. We were schoolmates, but nobody ever knew that. Nobody knew that. So it's just unfortunate that I am treated with such disrespect. And not all the council members. We got 6. You know good and well, you know who my vice mayor is, you know who, not all. They didn't try to get people to set me up. I have sat and heard them talk about me. I have heard, and the person said, oh my God. There was somebody on the last trip, y'all, what we go to the beach with last night and all that. On that trip, a councilwoman
I can't say they said her, because I don't, because once I have this thing, when people catch you in a lie, they ain't gonna never believe nothing you say. But a councilwoman was engaging because the other person was saying everything she could about me under the sun. And didn't realize how close those people behind her were. And they said, I heard something you were saying, Renita, whom I've known for years, went to my son's graduation. People see you as a council person, and they didn't say you said it, but you're engaging in the conversation where somebody's dogging the mayor. So my point is, the last thing that I could not take, besides the fact that my life, and this is true, I'm not making this up. If I'm not supposed to talk about it, the threat. I guess they figured, well, she old, we're gonna make her have a heart attack. Now get rid of her real fast. But the logic of people, when you try to do so much for community, one of the main reasons I have never said how bad I've been treated in 3 years is because Senator Benson, you don't need a microphone for me, right? Senator Benson sat in here and said, I have not been to this town for 4 years because y'all too foolish. She said, I don't deal with foolishness. I don't deal with no foolishness, and my constituents don't either. I have gone in when I first became mayor. I went into a room, I was so ashamed because they talked about Capitol Heights, so like we like some dog place. Oh, y'all don't know Capitol Heights. I was ashamed to say I'm the mayor. Now I go in there, I get me a new outfit, and I throw my head up because I'm proud.
Good.
I'm proud. Senator Benson said in an open forum, if you want to know how to get things done, go over to that mayor in Capitol Heights. I take that with pride. There's a difference between vain and being confident and proud of yourself. Last week or two, a letter comes that was not even shared with me as the mayor. It wasn't even shared with me. Other people knew there was a letter written by somebody who wrote it in phonics. Like, I don't know, they did it on purpose. They wrote it in phonics to say that the mayor is trying to control the contracts, and the mayor, she's egotistical and all these other things, and la-di-la-di-la-di. And that she gave her ex-friend $100,000. I wanted to say, truthfully, y'all really don't know too much about money. Because logically, if you're gonna give a contractor $100,000, that's called a kickback. Because there's no way in the world, through a system we got here, how is that person gonna get? We don't deal with cash transaction. So, but I gave him $100,000. So the subject itself was told by somebody in the group. I already know that. It was told by somebody in the group. I get people who are set up. They come in here and try to ask me questions just to make me look bad. And I know they do it because I already know nobody knows what we're gonna talk about. So that's why they're coming. So I'm trying to say, I don't know what type of mayor this town is looking for, but you got a good one in me. And I say that on pride. I'm a very humble person because when I leave this earth, ain't nobody gonna care what title I had. It's what did I do with my life? And I mean that. And I try to do the right thing. I be a little tough cookie, but the point is I try to do, I'm not perfect. I mess up, I get on your nerve. Before I retired, the people used to say, oh Lord, we're going in Miss Monroe's office. We know we'll never get out of there. I know I have those things going on, but I try to do the right thing. I've lived in this town over 13 years. Now, if I wanted to steal some money, I could have brought millions, and I say that with pride, millions into this town. You're gonna see all of this. All of this is gonna break. So why in the world am I gonna steal a little bit of money and I'm gonna give it to an ex-friend? I can make the money for it. Don't even have to come in and get it. So my logic is, If 3 people had not talked me down, this was gonna be my last meeting. Because the abuse that I take, the insult, the name call, they're trying to set up to make sure we're gonna try to get rid of her. It's just too much. It's too much. You don't have to like me as long as I'm doing right by you. You know, everybody's not gonna like you. But if I do right by you, give me that courtesy. I'm a woman who top of the class, you know, top of the class. I can go on and on and on. Done everything. I was really vain. This is the vain comment. I'm a logistician. I was so good. I retired at 55 and the government called me back. And I do contract work. So therefore, if I have that talent, let me give it. Let me use me to give you that talent. That's how I'm getting all these things in here because I know how to get them done. But you're not going to keep dogging me. You're not going to keep dogging me. So I just also want to say that long speech that I retracted. So I'm still stuck with me for a while. Gonna be stuck with me for a while, but I'm very emotional because one thing, you keep on, you're not going to take my dignity. That's one thing. And the other thing too, I said, by the time I end this speech, I may really, I'm not being a comedian, I may really come up and have a heart attack. Because I know that's not funny. But I said, I just can't take no more. I just cannot take any more. And I'm going to have to be outspoken. And the last reason I have not put it out publicly is because we will not get anything in this town. It was said publicly, that's why they didn't give us any money. They didn't give us anything. I want to go somewhere where I'm proud, where I can look at the roads, where it's pretty. I want to go somewhere where it looks good. I'm not embarrassed to tell people, well, you go this way because we go that way, it's so awful looking. I just want to say I did something with my 4 years that'll make y'all proud that is coming to this town. That's all I got. Yeah.
Thank you for the speech in more than 3 minutes. I'm person for committee report, but nevertheless, respectfully speaking, respectfully speaking, with regards to some of the things that the mayor has just spoke on. Yes, a lot has been done in this town. Yes, he has been working hard. However, I find it very offensive to accuse the council member of the letter that was forwarded, that was sent to this town. I find it offensive to call whoever the person was on it, so literate and basic is what you're saying, because this letter was sent to you and myself. The letter was addressed. Okay, I was oblivious. Didn't have no idea who wrote it, what was said. However, as a council member,
I'm going to I'm gonna let you do, because nothing up here is rebut. That was my report. However you do it, I may have went over it, but it's not about rebutting. That's not what we do for our reports. Respectfully, but I know, respectfully, it was my thing as the mayor.
I'm not going to argue.
And that's what I did.
Yes, I did state earlier, when I started to speak, I said respectfully speaking, and all the negativity is not on. I did not do that to you. Please give me that.
I'm glad to see that for you also. Well, I apologize.
As a professional woman that's high educated and whatever else that you just say, all I'm saying to the council and to the mayor and to our residents, a letter was sent out. The person whoever sent it, if anyone wants to see it, it's right up here. A letter was sent to myself and another council member. Now, the other council member is the mayor pro tem. She could have shared it with the mayor. She said she shared it with the district attorney, and she shared it with our attorney. In the email, the letter was not attached to the email. We never saw the email that was supposedly sent to the district attorney. However, yes, some of the stuff in here, it's this. What they're saying, if it's not true, then you don't have to sit there and argue about something that's not true. You know, we know we haven't done anything wrong, then we can show that to the resident. But my concern with this is that shortly after that, I suppose the Mayor Pro Tem shared this letter with the mayor. So shortly after, which I'm glad she did, and I told her to show it to you. But shortly after that, a letter was sent out to our residents, basically calling 5 of us up here some garbage. And as for me professionally, we should have been able to meet. We should have. I did not interrupt you. I did not interrupt.
I am chairing. This was.
Now you're cheering when
No,
you get your conversation.
because it was my, what I wanted to report on. You're rebutting.
I'm not rebutting.
No, yes, you are.
I'm not rebutting.
This is the problem I have with this council.
5 members under the bus on a letter that you sent out, which we have rules on this council that before things go out to the residents, we were supposed to come together and talk about it. And so before the information was sent out to our residents, that was not sent out. So 5 members of this council are now some trash, and only one council member is a Golden Star. That's not fair to us. That was very insulting. It was insulting. I'm scared to me that you said that you did what you did, man, and you was wrong. Everything was on the agenda. It was wrong and insulting to the council members, the other 5 council members on this board. And if anybody
There's
else,
only 3 that
you
are.
said only one person.
I asked you
to
to have a point of order. Stop.
Well, then how you talk about you was there on your conversation? That wasn't sure. You did a whole dramatization. You did on a council report. No, now it's called order. No, it's not order. You think I'm not supposed to say something back when you just insulted my intelligence? You insulted my character?
Okay, whatever you say.
No, it's
I
not whatever.
didn't go into what I could have gone into.
You can go into whatever.
But
You
that's,
insulted me.
I said what I said,
Then you insulted me.
then that's okay.
No, it's not okay.
What you say is okay, it doesn't matter. I said it. And in the minutes,
rest of
let
them
me say what I want
The
to
rest of the
say.
members can sit up here and act like they don't know, talking among themselves and don't talk this, out when they have a chance to let the residents know. You insulted me. You insulted
I
the rest of the
don't call your
members.
name to you. I did not name any.
No, you didn't. You said council member. You said council member. Council member.
Let me finish.
I'm a council.
Councilman Chu, Councilman Jane, and Councilman Williams were the only 3 that cared enough to talk to me and said, Mayor, please. So now we're down to 3. I didn't talk, I didn't say no names, but I'm gonna say those 3 names openly that talked to me for hours and said, please do not step down. You've done too much for the town. But I called no names in there. I called no names. I put facts in there that were already transparent. I called no names on a letter. No names. There's no names. I just said what happened. That is a statement. That's all. I call no names.
You did. You called Councilman Chu in the letter that you sent out to our residents. You said Councilman Chu was the only one that responds out of 6 council members, only one council.
True.
No, it's not, because I respond to all of your emails that you send out, because there's a lot of council members. No, it's not, Mrs. Bynum. Don't insult my intelligence or my personality. And you must have been insult us? Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'm so sorry that I did that to you, considering, what was it, I have that in my bag too, where you'll sign off on one that says to make it really.
That was not to everything was. That's not, according to that, Steve came up.
Oh, no.
Bring it on.
Yours is accepted.
I would like to carry on with the meeting, please.
Please, yours is accepted.
Are you bringing that up and that is not to be said or spoken about?
Well, then it's all over the town. I'm the only guy here. So,
Yeah,
not me.
I guess three of us are spreading it all over.
I
town.
accept that.
Well, that's what we brought.
Good. So read for 2 hours. I'm joking. At least make you smile.
How many you got?
You still have to do your.
Oh, no, it's not good. It's just one little thing. You know, I'm gonna be great, because you know, you're gonna be a while. No, I just wanted to know the votes.
Okay, that's, okay, okay. Councilman Ford said it's okay, don't go fast. On the, is yours long too, Tia, Ben, you're.
No, I'm ready.
Did you do something for the residents to hear what's going on?
You want me to go first or do you want him to go first?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna make it quick. Please, that's fine. Sorry.
How y'all doing? I'm standing here, Sergeant Lowry, Capitol Heights Police Department, standing here after the absent Chief Magassouba. I think he's on the room. So I have a pamphlet. I passed it out to everybody on the council. Basically, we're just going, ma'am, I thought I sat it here in front of you. It looks like that. Basically, I'm just gonna be going over the monthly review for August, right? So due to time restraints, I'm not gonna go through every single item. I'll just choose the ones of importance. Like, so for the month of August, we had 6 arrests. 5 of the 6 arrests were all warrant services, meaning that these are people who were living in the town of Capitol Heights who have warrants. Oh, it is, it definitely is. Am I too personal?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello? All right. Okay, so we had 8 domestic calls that we all handled. About 9 accidents, 9 check welfares. We had 2 thefts, 1 property damage, 7 disorderlies, 5 trespass complaints, 3 attempted suicides, 1 fraud, and 3 calls of gunshots. 1 of the 3 was actual contact shooting, which I will discuss here very shortly. 4 CDS complaints, which is basically calls about potential drug activity. And lastly, so we've been getting contacted by, towns, public works and things of that nature who've observed vehicles that might have violations on them. We got about 21 of those vehicles. Out of 21, we actually impounded all of them. So we've had 22 impoundments, and these vehicles resulted for reasons to be impounded, whether that be registration violations, things of that nature. So let me just get into the 3 most major events that occurred. We had vandalism by gunfire, which I stated earlier. On August the 20th, 2025, Capitol Heights police officers responded to a report to gunfire striking a residence, not a resident, on Larchmont Avenue. During the investigation, officers recovered 10 10mm shell casings, approximately 25 feet from the residence. Rounds penetrated the home and also a nearby car that was in the area. This is still an ongoing investigation by Prince George's County along with Capitol Heights, and we don't have any further information outside of that. We also had an assault with a weapon. On August the 22nd, 2025, Capitol Heights police officers were dispatched to an assault with a weapon. Once on scene, the officer made contact with the victim, who was bleeding from the head, unconscious on the sidewalk on the 700 block of Larchmont Avenue. Officers attempted to apprehend the suspect, who fled on foot in the area. Capitol Heights officers in Prince George's County Detective Bureau issued a warrant on the suspect. He was ultimately identified later, and we got a warrant for his arrest. We also had the arson suspect arrested. On August 27, 2025, Capitol Heights Police Department, Fire Department, Prince George's County Police Department, and the ATF conducted a press conference on an unknown suspect who threatened the Capitol Heights Fire Department in 3 different occasions by using a homemade bomb. On September the 1st, 2025, the suspect was arrested in front of the Capitol Heights Fire Station and is currently in custody. So essentially, I know y'all probably heard about that to the news. So essentially, from what I understand, the individual suffers from some form of mental issue. He showed back up at the fire department, and long story short, he was arrested and ultimately charged for the 3 attempts of arson that he conducted. I got one more thing. I want to give you a quick update of where we stand personnel wise, as far as the department. So right now, obviously, you have Chief, you have myself, Jackson. We just newly got the new officer Moretti. He's now cut loose. So that means when we say cut loose, he's finished his training period. He's now in a vehicle by himself. So he's in addition to the patrol unit. So right now, obviously, we have PFC Jordan right there, Montgomery and Indy. So with that, current officers that are actively in patrol, we have 7. Currently, the most accurate update is that Officer Newman is located to the office. He will be in training coming October and will soon to be in the street early November. We also have a new officer who is currently being trained by Corporal Jackson. Her name is Jasmine Gray. She's slated to be cut loose. I don't know, I'm still here echoing. She's slated to be cut loose, meaning in patrol by herself as early October. And lastly, we have Officer Bilal, Recruit Officer Bilal, who is slated for his graduation commencement in roughly 4 weeks, which he will also be in FTO in that same time period of October. So essentially, Newman, Gray, and Bilal will all be essentially ready to go in the street on their own power early November. Lastly, with 4, and we also have 4 open spots, that allows us to be within the budget that we're still in the process of hiring. So we still have an additional 4 spots that we can bring in. I'm about to sit down. Any questions for me?
My first question is, I had a couple of residents and they said that, we suspended parking passes
Suspended parking passes.
until further notice.
That I haven't heard. Yeah.
That prevents people from parking over there instead of parking at the metro. So to alleviate that, I think we had, parking signs or something. But I had a resident that asked me, about the parking passes. He said that he was told that the parking passes were suspended until further notice. So I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
I'll partner with Ms. Hamer. I feel like Ms. Hamer might somewhat know something about that as far as she. I haven't heard anything like that. The only thing I can think of is that we are is that we still are, as far as I know, issuing the residential, but there are residential passes, correct?
Right.
And those are still active. So let me make sure there's not a misconception with that, and we're not giving out the wrong information. And I can get back to you via email or call you. I can do that first thing Tuesday.
Okay.
All right.
You kind of, my second question, I was gonna ask about the schedule.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I know on several occasions, we have been relying on Peaches County.
Mhm.
And, just Sunday night, I had a resident call me outside because, I think the sheriff department and Peaches County was there, and she wanted to know why we had, Capitol Heights police.
Mhm.
So the chief told me that due to scheduling, we didn't have anyone past 10 p.m. that night. So I'm just trying to understand our scheduling for our police department, and the only reason why it doesn't look good when residents keep coming to me and asking about it because of what's going on in people's, environment. They feel like, well, I'm not paying for services that we really don't get. Give me my money back. I can use that. And she even said, if it's $75 a month, I'll take that $75 to buy groceries. She just want to know where her money is going. So as a council person, I still have to respond to her. And I just want to make sure that when I respond, I know what I'm saying. So we had 3 in the last 3 to 4 months, we had incidents where we were relying on Peaches County. in the excuse or the, not excuse, I don't want to say excuse, but it was said that we had a problem with scheduling. So
Yeah.
I just want to know, how can we mitigate this type of issue from coming up again? Because it just doesn't look good for us.
No, understandable. First thing I will speak to is, moving forward, right? It has been something that has been strenuous due to our manpower and the way that this schedule is structured. But if I could explain it in the short way, essentially we have two squads, right? Prior to Moretti being cut loose, each squad had two individuals. One squad was, Jackson and, Jordan, Andy. Jackson and Andy were working in one squad. And also Jordan and Montgomery was working in another. So with two people, what Chief decided to do on the weekend is that essentially one shift we have is 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 p.m. The other time that we work is 4 p.m. to 02. So what he did, there would be a 2-hour overlap with both of the officers between that time period of 4 to 6. So what he decided to do on the weekend is consolidate that, meaning move the morning officer up to 10. That officer will work from 10 to 8, bring the evening officer down to, like, I want to say 12, and that officer will work from 12 to 10. And what he was aiming to do is create more of an overlap to where these two officers, one, being female, one being male, would simultaneously work together for backup reasons, in that sense. Reason for that is because with PG County, although we do get assistance from PG County, the truth of the matter is if they have something that they're working, they're not, there's no knock to them. It's just, it is what it is. They don't make us priority in the sense that, yes, we can request like a PG County officer, but if they're coming from the other side of the sector, or if they're on like a fatal car accident or something like that, a lot of those situations officers have to handle by themselves. So what he did was consolidate that. However, what we decided to do in lieu of that is due to the fact that we do have these officers that are going to be freed up, but we're talking about the next maybe 2 to 3 weeks. We just decided to cover the hours in the sense of having an officer come in from that 8 to 6 p.m. aspect, and also having another officer work that evening. On the downside to the officer is that they have a 2-hour overlap where they can back each other in a 2-hour span period. The other side of that is that essentially the streets will be covered, but it'll be covered with 1 minute. And that's kind of where we are, because we're just stretched thin until these squads get built up. Which the good news is that we're in the making of doing so. Like I said, this department, God willing, everybody remains. Coming October, the middle of October, every squad, when I just described it, was at 2. I'm talking to you. Oh, I'm showing it up. We were at 2, sir. I got you. We were at 2 per squad. We'll be bumped up to 4. So we'll have more than enough officers to cover the hours that are being requested for us to cover, and that will be middle of October. Right.
I'll move on to somebody else. It's like, your man from choose, and she's into that state. No, I'm done. I know that's cool, but we don't have to move it along, because,
I do know, just to wrap up what he's trying to say, we have rectified the schedule. We're gonna have full coverage from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. for the town residents. And that actually schedule for the next 2 weeks has been sent to Mayor and Council for review. So if you have any questions, let us know. But the situation has been rectified. We apologize previously because of manpower shortage. We weren't able to cover everything, but now we will. It's gonna be from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Sunday, 2 a.m., sorry, 2 a.m. And then it's already been rectified. That schedule has been sent to you guys. Please review it. Let us know if you have any comments, because we want to support the residents. However we can.
I think that the others, council, if anybody else can do first, I speak to the others.
Now it's standing from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. No cut.
Because anybody, Councilman, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so, Child report, TA Red?
Yeah. You want me to stand here or jump loud enough? Loud enough. I'm sorry, I'm pretty loud, I apologize. So I'm not gonna keep you guys very long. I just wanna give you guys an update on the finance, public works, public, PSA and, any ongoing project. First of all, currently for the finance part, we're preparing and submitting information for fiscal year 24 audit. We have reconciliation of the bank statement, reconciliation of credit card statement, and preparation of quarterly audit, because we've decided we're doing quarterly audit by third-party accounting firm, just so that the town residents can feel comfortable with how we're spending our money and the mayor's council approves. In terms of public works, we're already planning for the clear up and clean up date in mid-October. That's when we're gonna get ready for dumpsters to be out, and then we will get plenty of flyers out to you guys ahead of schedule, so you guys are prepared to, with all of the stuff that you don't need in the house to be basically placed into the dumpster, so we'll give you a way advance notice. So we're aiming for mid-October. However, we'll have the flyers out this month. So then you guys have the month and a half to basically continue on. We're also planning for the leaf season. So we're gonna start sectioning off. I'm sorry, we continue. I'm gonna section off the leaf season, basically starting. We wanna make sure that we cover the town quickly and efficiently, because we don't want leaves clogging up the drains, having a problem with the drains, which basically blocks the drains. That's gonna be sent out very shortly, a flyer again, in terms of, basically which section, which zone, can be done for which time period. So all the residents will be aware, like, for example, Monday through Friday, for example, the 6th of the month, that's when there's zone A, zone B, zone C, zone D. And within the flyer, we'll know which zone. When we say A, what do we mean by that? Do we mean Windsor Valley? Do we mean London Woods? Do we mean Carroll Heights Boulevard? It's all gonna be sectioned off. So there's no surprises and the residents are fully aware when the cleaning is gonna happen. We're planning all vehicle maintenance in preparation for winter. So we wanna be prepared and ready like we were last year when it comes to snow. We were out there ready to go. We plowed before county even got to, woke up, basically. We were cleaning the streets and people were able to get out to work. We're also doing town-wide tree trimming. Mr. Gibbs, Director of Public Works and I went around all around the town. We looked at areas that directly needed tree trimming, right? Certain areas we're not allowed to touch because of private properties or because it's, live wires that we are not allowed to touch. But everything else that we are doing it. So, and the gentleman will start this week and it will work out throughout next week. We want preventive measures where we don't want big trees to fall on anybody or basically fall into gutters or basically fall on anybody's houses. That's what we don't want to happen. We've also done a lot of pothole repairs. I don't know if you saw us out there. We're physically repairing potholes on everywhere throughout the town. Capitol Heights Boulevard, Mental, Nova, Tunic, there's a Hy-Vee everywhere, not just in particular area, but everywhere. So what we're doing is basically driving around town, see where we need repairs, and then we're basically calling in the contractors to find those potholes. Some of them are quite deep, but they're being repaired. Please bear with us, because there are quite a lot of potholes. We're just getting through them one at a time, so to speak. And also, we're also looking into all the guardrails that's actually not being taken care of. There's one at Capitol Heights Boulevard and Downward Street. We just got confirmation from State Highway Patrol they're coming out to repair. They were putting a new rail in that area. And that's basically curtail for people don't run into other people's houses. We're also planning to assist Speedhump installation, which Councilman James would discuss further on, to stop people from speeding like crazy people and running people over. And then planning to assist also crosswalk installation. Again, safety measures to help people pedestrian to walk more, to be protected, to be safe. On top of that, we're also looking to, like I said, thanks to Mr. Johnson of WSSC, helping us with repairing of drainages, WSSC drains, as well as basically 500. In fact, the 500 block of Venture Avenue had a fire hydrant that's been out of commission. They're coming over to fix it. To basically, we don't want to have a situation where we need the fire hydrant, it doesn't work. So we're basically putting in action in terms of our code enforcement. We're doing basically dividing town into 2 code enforcement sections. So therefore, we have 2 enforcement officers. So then each person is accountable for 1 section. So if there's any questions, particular section, you go to that particular person. That allows for accountability, and that allows for a person or for our resident to know specifically who to contact. Sometimes they call here like, who am I supposed to contact? I don't know. Where was this area? I don't know. So now we have specific person dedicated for a specific area that they can basically go enforce in terms of the accountability. And at the same time, public director, himself and I have been basically patrolling the town. We will go with each individual, patrol officers with the help of Councilwoman Anita, to, like, literally street to street to street to street, to basically cite and we're not trying to make people life miserable. We're just trying to make our town more beautiful and cleaner. So in the process, we're just hoping that our residents will support us in our effort and basically cleaning up their vegetations and their yards and their area. We've done several abatements already, emergency abatement as required as needed by our town. We did 2 last week and we're doing 1 this week and another one next week. And also, and then, you will be seeing a lot of me and as well as, our director of public works out about in town, along with our code enforcement officer. We will be parking our car and we will be walking. So door to door to make sure that everything is in order and everything is in place. And then there's ongoing projects, basically, which I provide as tracker to mayor and council. There's all the details of everything that we're doing, all the initiatives mayor and council are doing for the town. Basically, we're logging to make sure that, it's being done, it's being accounted for, and it's, whatever we need, it's being resolved. And that's it. Sorry. I'm trying to make it wrapped up as quickly as possible. That's it, that's it. Yes. Yes, yes. Sorry.
Like me, now you can't go over 3 minutes there, right?
You know, certainly it's fine.
More than that.
I
I'm just trying to make it like.
Yes.
My only thing is, you know, back to between the charter, excuse me, we want to speak something between the charter and the traffic next time. Shows, you know, that's different. Yeah. And we all need to look at the traffic. But thank you for reminding me when you said that.
Yes, sir.
Councilman Lee.
Yes, ma'am.
Chairman, with regards to the report, thank you for it, and covered all the departments. I would like to suggest, to you, it's on this suggestion, and I directed, that because a lot of this stuff, like the leaf, the cleanup, the potholes, the tree trimming, as opposed to giving, inundating our residents with a bunch of flyers, perhaps you to give them a calendar and have those different things put on the calendar. This way they can either put it up on the refrigerator, they keep it as posted, because I ride around the town and a lot of times some of the flyers are outside for months, never been looked at. So as opposed to that, put these different things that are gonna go forth. Thank you for bringing around, with your code enforcement. As far as looking, but again, I continue to state, they gotta get out of this class. They cannot see anything by riding by. I rode through the town on yesterday and a couple other days last week. And some of the things that I've seen, I know you're on Capitol Heights Boulevard, they have not come back to see if things have been corrected, and they have not. They have not. There's more violations up there. So they gotta get out of this class. You won't hear point about it. I look forward to seeing these trees being cut down, or, hopefully I did inquire when John was here, we can get a grant to help some of my seniors. I think Miss Wadley and all the other young ladies, they can't afford to pay. Tree trimming is very expensive. So we can get some of our citizens or people that are on certain income level to help with these trees, because I have a person, a neighbor, that has a monstrosity tree, and God forbid, if the snow is heavy this year, it's coming down on my house. It's coming down on my house, and it's gonna wipe 2 houses out. Piece. Half of it going on the June 23rd, it's gonna wipe out the neighbor's roof. Half of that tree wiped the neighbor's roof out. I'm just saying, we gotta do better. You know, like PW, but they gotta do better too, because it's too many violations still sitting up in there. And that's, and like I said, the PW get a flyer, I mean, the calendar, and the code enforcement, they gotta get out, you know, and they gotta walk. I don't care if we gotta take the keys from each other, they gotta be some exercise, and that's all. It's going too far, too long. And council members, I know some of us, some other councilmen here, ride around this town and see it daily. But it's got to stop. Now you.
You guys, so now we'll go to, yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Ted, for your report. I remember we talked about the audit, and you told me that we got our information for 2024.
We did 2023, that was completed, that was done, now we're in 24.
I inquired about 20.
23 was done, so 24 was like next after 23 something that's when it's submitted, that's being submitted.
So I'm just saying what I inquired about. That's all. And I just see it here currently preparing and it's sitting in for 2024.
Yeah, we just completed 23, now we're in 24.
Okay. And normally we do that, how long after a budget?
Technically, we should have done that very quickly, much sooner than we've done in the past, how we priors not out. You know, the situation, they just didn't have all the information, so we took it all together. And then now, like I said, that's what we hired the third party county university, which they would help us with that quickly. We've always submitted all the information for fiscal year 2034, and then we will let that down with you fiscal year 25, and we're up to date.
Thank you. No, okay. Can I go into the rest of the? Thank you. Yeah.
First, we have,
Okay, right, we just continue to catch up, and I don't know why. Okay, please.
So we want to, and I know you're doing all this in finance, great, wonderful. So by October 3rd, 115, we should really have a finance meeting and give us a day on this.
of course, I would like to get this done as soon as possible too.
Thank you. So, now, no, it's my turn. Oh, because I let two go. So I'm the nice council.
Oh, okay. You did. Is that okay, Councilman James? Because she just took hers. Because you were next.
Oh,
Because you were, she gonna.
I'll wait till my turn.
She's gonna wait for a while.
yeah, she waited. I'm out.
No, I'm so sorry. But you know yours go like that, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Councilman James, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Put it in reference to the Speedhump contract, NZI contract, and NZI contract for this project. See, three different proposals, and they were the best suited for the job. And then installing 8 speed humps. 10?
Yes,
Okay. 2 million. Okay, 10 speed hump, I guess that's a change order?
yes,
Yes, okay, so, the price that was quoted is going to increase, it was 29,000, but it's, quoted for the speed humps. That's including the chevrons, that's independent. The street location is mentor, no condition, category building, high inflation, and paid. So, what else is there to say about this?
This ain't on street one more time.
Mentor, no one. Capitalize what about? And I'll be.
Have you place? On this side with, I can feel. Yeah, because then it's the aim. I be right, yeah. And then it's a job. Yeah, but it's still have you place across.
It's right where
Where the drive, it goes right into drive or on the other side where,
it's where,
Place. That's cool.
it's placed across from it too, and then it goes into drive. But my question is, we talked with NFB, even though it's like the first time I heard that sound weird, he said that was a country. County, what he said, when he talked to the county, they confirmed that that was a county street on the cross, not to have you place.
No.
that's the same.
Okay, I'm telling you about NSD director talked to me about, and he was talking.
I'm telling you what I'm saying.
And then he confirmed,
Yes,
he confirmed,
no, I'm telling you what it is.
I'm just saying he confirmed.
I don't have to confirm.
Okay, let's start the floor now.
I have the floor.
Yes, sir.
She spoke out of turn.
Yes, sir.
That is the question, I'm sorry, I'll wait, my turn.
Okay, sir, you got the floor.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Okay, you got the floor.
Let me thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so how you, drive is where the speed humps are going to be installed. That belongs to the town. The other location is Avon.
Yeah.
If some other state knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Avon.
Or is that?
And, yeah.
Yeah, she was just here.
So Hackney was getting 4 speed. And all the other streets were.
With the exception of Pepper High School, about two. And I got 600 block and 700 block.
Oh, got it, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but, okay.
I think that was a conversation that I think that's when we knew that that would be very safe for a lot of street traffic from the ground and like most protect some. We still sorry.
You did the same thing.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So you, it's like, let me yield.
Okay, I give you the floor now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You yield.
Councilmember,
No, no, we just so fine.
I'm waiting for the
No, I'm doing.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so, you said it was a town, and that's what I assumed, that's what I was, told before, but how do you place it as a municipal street? But I know there are two. And so, you can look it up here, but, he confirmed that with the county representative. And so, yeah,
Okay.
he said they don't do that. He said, I know within our contract, we do things for, with the reservoir.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so, so in saying that, you want to make sure that we're not doing anything that are on the road, right? They're funding to do that. And that's what's saying.
I'll get you.
yeah, I definitely checked it, but I
But
bet
it's a great thing. I'm looking forward to it. Now, you ready? If you got to, I was just finished.
Oh, no, I don't be done.
No, she wanted to say something, but I want to also comment, thank you for the initiative, and I know, yeah, it's, the residents have been talking about this, and they look forward to having us all talking to stuff.
Councilman, you hold before? I apologize, I didn't hear you. Okay.
And I yield.
Oh, y'all got it. Y'all got me. All right. Okay, now. All right, now. Let's take it. Councilman James, you yielded, right? You
Yes.
done. Yours was still a question. Okay. And I somehow missed, Councilwoman, Amanda. So be ready.
Yeah, so my question is, there was recently email communication about seeing the contract. Are we able to see the contract for the speed bump today?
of course, I guess it's gonna be not a problem, not a problem at all.
And I was wondering, I guess, like, that the contract could just be sent to us so we can review them. My understanding is that we need to approve the contract.
Yep.
So before we move forward with things and work, so there, was an email sent out about an urgency to move forward because the project were in place that we needed to, approve the contract. So I'm wondering, since we're on the subject, maybe we even speak to the contract. Are we able to approve it and approve it today, or do we need to come back to our next meeting and approve the contract?
I think they'll swim, Jim.
Besides my concern, and question, just to not, stop the progress that is desired. Thank you.
And you did ask for, the contract, yes, regardless, yes, the top. The contract.
Yeah, I didn't really think that there was a need to review the contract that's already in motion. This is just a piggyback of what's already been going on. So while we're gonna approve it again, we already approved it. So I'm just having a little problem with understanding the process of second approval of a project that was already in place. Yes, yes, I do.
Trying to put my finger up a little first. The logic on that one is, the logic on that is, I agree with you, we've already approved it. If we've already approved the contract, what we are approving now should not be the overall contract. What we are approving is an addendum to that contract. That's what we're doing. That's the way it should be said. I may say that, not, you're right. It's an addendum to the actual contract
and whatever that money is. Is that what you're saying, sir? That's, I agree with you there.
Thank you.
Councilman Amanda?
I think maybe I'm not understanding correctly. When did we approve that contract?
Yeah, right. Tell you about that, please, or everything, though. I mean, I don't understand your question.
So we have a resolution that was approved about approving contracts. So if the first one was an approved by the council. This addendum, we would still need to, I understand correctly, that this addendum and additional work that is wanted to be started, we need to approve at least this additional work because we have regulations in place that is like properly to move forward. So again, back to, is that something we can do today or do we need to set that to the next meeting? I'm not trying to prolong, I'm just trying to get after it and then some other idea.
He's working her out. What's happening with this shit? Man, these are glasses? This is her glasses. Oh, you're now leaving out. Okay, he wants to have okay. He wants the shot.
Yeah, that's a very good question. No, we could verbally approve it. We can verbally, as long as it's in the minutes. That's up to you, Councilman Amanda, if y'all want a motion, you just don't approve it. We can, it's in the minutes. But I don't know if this is what it is. I don't know what we're approving. I don't know, I'm sorry, it's an addendum, but I don't know what the language is, because I don't know what the action is here.
Councilman Amanda?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you saying you don't know what we're approving because I don't know what kind of contract?
No, I remember the last time, I didn't. Yeah, I remember the last time we did this thing, it's probably for you. But, I don't remember sitting here without something in front of me, no.
Okay, so the mayor and council haven't seen anything in front of us about this $29,000 that they about to be spent, correct? Okay, so my recommendation is that we adhere to the procedure conversation in place, that we look at the contract and that we just approve the contract before it goes forward. So that, we could catch it presenting pitfalls, or if, so we're all aware that's not going to be done.
You wanna come back to students, I come back, come back. We should do the
Let's get the contract.
contract.
Please, if you can just.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just give it to you guys right now. So
You gotta label it as an addendum, though.
it's a contract, it's a proposal from the contractor. We need to,
This is what's confusing everybody. Councilman James is saying, why are we doing something when we've already approved the work? We're just adding on more work to that contract. Where we are now is, you can't just add on more work to a contract because it is for that specific location and amount. So we just have to do an addendum to it. That's what Councilman Amanda's asking for. We just need an addendum, it's just that simple.
right, I understand, but the contract that's basically submitted to us by the contractor, won't have that word against
That is
it.
our addendum then.
That's fine.
Let's see it as addendum. Okay, do it that way.
So I'll just leave you because the contractor review.
That's it.
Give us something, give us
Okay.
something. So you can speed it up.
Okay.
Is that okay with everybody? We'll just say that.
Yes.
Well, but you gotta put it on there and that it's an addendum. You gotta say somewhere on there that it is an addendum to that.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you print a crosswalk proposal as well? Can I, have floor again?
I'm done. Yeah, I mean, I can help with it.
Is that okay?
Or change your.
Yeah, so that's all, so just for our record,
Yeah.
so same thing you did before.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Councilman, good on the floor. You good? You still
I
good?
understand.
Good on the floor. Sorry.
To just put out the crosswalk I mentioned there, because we're gonna come to the same issue. Just to say return.
Can we get both?
What time do we end? I don't want to miss out without getting all the last minute details about you all and the minutes and the street contract, snow plow, the trash collector. No, no, I don't want to miss out on nothing. I'm trying to, actually, I'm trying. Council before us used to get out at 1 o'clock. No, we have done good. We sometimes get out 9:30. That's the truth. But this one, remember, we have been gone for so much. That's why this is loaded. We've been on recess. So that's the truth. What? What next time? They go to the next item. What next time? What? They go to the next item. Yeah, let's roll with it. Go to the next item. Let's go to the next item. Because you know, forward like you read. It's hard reading.
Yes, it is.
It's hard reading.
Yes, Crosswalk, but this is
Hard reading. She's right. We're gonna keep it moving. She's right. Oh, yeah, good point.
So before we do that, can I please, read a proclamation by the town of Capitol Heights recognizing National Hispanic Heritage Month? Where did that come from? Oh, that came from my announcement. I said that I wanted to finish. So we need you to,
Oh, that you couldn't find in that thing.
yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. That was part of your announcement. Okay.
Whereas the Prince William County has officially recognized this month through initiatives and legislation, including resolution CR 094221. And the town of Capitol Heights stands in support of these countywide efforts. And whereas National Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated annually from September 15th to October 15th to recognize the achievements and contributions of Hispanic Americans who have enriched our nation and society. And whereas according to the recent U.S. Census data, the Hispanic and Latino population in the town of Capitol Heights has grown significantly, now comprising approximately 25% of our total residents, reflecting vibrant diversity of our town. And whereas this growing community with roots in diverse countries across Latin America has demonstrated incredible resilience in the face of challenges, including those related to economic security, access to health care, and the pursuit of opportunity. And whereas the town of Capitol Heights welcomes and stands with its Hispanic and Latino residents, and we want to assure all community members that their safety and well-being are paramount. And whereas the contributions of Hispanic and Latino residents are evident in the vitality of our community, including the nonprofit organizations and businesses that provide essential services, cultural experiences, and economic growth within the town of Capitol Heights. And whereas the town of Capitol Heights Community Engagement and Sustainability Committee was established by Mayor and Council to enhance the quality of life for all residents through initiatives that build community and foster environmental and economic well-being. And whereas this committee is in its commitment to fostering a sustainable and welcoming community stands in solidarity with our Hispanic and Latino residents and recognizes their invaluable contributions to our shared identity. And whereas we especially recognize the involvement of our Hispanic and Latino youth who are active in our schools, community programs, and local events, and who are the future leadership of our town and a key pillar of our community's sustainable growth. And whereas it is fitting to acknowledge and celebrate the rich heritage, traditions, and enduring legacy of Hispanic Americans, and to encourage all residents to join in the celebrations and deepen their understanding of Hispanic and Latino culture. Now therefore be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and council of the town of Capitol Heights, do hereby declare September 15th to October 15th, 2025 as Hispanic Heritage Month in the town of Capitol Heights. Be it further proclaimed that the collaboration with the town administration and the Community Engagement and Sustainability Committee will honor the contributions of our Hispanic and Latino residents to our shared community through a focused and welcoming plan of action, including community outreach to Hispanic-owned businesses and nonprofit organizations with the creation and distribution of engaging flyers, that contain this proclamation and informing about the town's observance of Hispanic Heritage Month. We will also invite these businesses and nonprofit organizations to proudly post these flyers in their establishment. Organizing an our shared heritage showcase to celebrate local voices by inviting residents of all ages, including our youth, to share personal stories, art, and cultural projects from their heritage. Submissions can be sent electronically as a video or file, or they can be dropped off as a hard copy at the town hall located at 1 Rice Boulevard. Celebrating together as a community by inviting all residents to attend events and activities and share how others are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, including photos of their families and friends, recommended books, favorite recipes, or inspiring traditions. Promoting engagement by highlighting and encouraging patronage of Hispanic-owned businesses and cultural experiences in our community. Please know by submitting materials for any of the initiatives in this plan of action, residents grant the town of Capitol Heights permission to share them on our social media platforms and website to foster a sense of shared communities. For more information on how to get involved, you can contact Town Hall at 301-336-0626. And Councilmember Faith Ford. All submissions will be uploaded for publication on our town website and social media platforms with physical art and project displayed in a designated area at the town hall to be announced. We call upon all residents, schools, and civic organizations to join in celebrating this month, and we specifically encourage our residents to participate in the many cultural events and activities hosted throughout First Service County that honor Hispanic heritage and embody our shared commitment to community engagement and quality of life for all. Thank you. And this is decided by the mayor as well as our council members. And it shall be presented at each meeting throughout the month. This is the item. It will be shared and read at the meetings throughout Hispanic Heritage Month. And what's going on? Thank you. You'll get the final.
Is it possible there could be like a condensed version? Yeah. Is it possible there could be like a condensed version that we would have?
Like in 3 minutes, I can think so that announcement. I just want to acknowledge and I'm only one second. Thank you. You want for this version of these ordinances? Is that what you're asking?
No.
Oh, you said just readings?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, just summarize some of the ordinances, they're not good, we can take them, but it's good. They'll be forever if you read them, seriously.
I'm saying I talked all the time about nothing. Oh, you know, we can't do the number.
I want to clarify, I wasn't talking about the ordinances, I was saying, I heard you say the proclamation, you want to read the proclamation at every meeting for the next month. I said, is it possible that we can get a condensed version of the proclamation after the first reading, but if you're interested, then it's not enough. That's, I was talking about the proclamation. Hey, yours. How would you read it?
Well, you can double this. This is the question. I guess I wanted to know that.
That's an honest answer. No, that's an honest answer.
I can do it with this. I can do it with this version.
And please do a summarized version of those, because honestly, some of these are 5, 6, 7 pages. So do a summary. Legislation won't do that, of some of that. No, and
I can do this.
let us take it with us, like you said, but it'll be our first reading.
Yes, I can do it.
And we all want to sign it as an agenda, I need to know what the resolution is, what is not, ordinance number is. It's going for 2 signatures.
And so that, do you have this available? So that it can post as we're reading, because I don't have to read the entire ordinance. I can just read the explanatory.
Yes, she's going to give us a summary of it.
It's being transcribed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's being transcribed.
And no one really at that time
When it comes out, she really first to you, because you give this time to actually read it on my own. So, you know. Who's ready? So the purpose, this is the Town of Capitol Heights ordinance 2025-06. Read by Councilmember Faith Ford, introduction by Councilmember Faith Ford, explanatory statement. The purpose of this ordinance is to amend the Town of Capitol Heights Code ordinances, chapter 2, administration and government, article 2, town manager, section 204, to remap and add subsections to update the purchasing and contracting authority of the town administrator in line with the modern best practices that establishes a clear pyramid system for a responsible balance between operational efficiency and the council's critical oversight, thereby ensuring fiscal accountability for all town funds, including grants and other non-budgetary revenues. To ensure good stewardship of public resources, the new rules are designed to prevent fraud, waste, and abuse, ensuring good stewardship of public resources. An ordinance to amend and to update the town administrator's purchasing and contracting authority by establishing a clear tiered procurement system. The purpose is to achieve responsible balance between operational efficiency and the council's critical oversight, thereby ensuring fiscal accountability for all town funds, including grants. The new rules are designed to prevent fraud, waste, abuse. That was a summary. Okay, so that's it for that, but I think that it should be available. It should be available, and I actually see, is it available? So
I'm gonna have it tomorrow morning, because I have a clean copy of that, because I didn't get a chance to go through it. I will get a clean copy, because then the mayor council will have it first and tomorrow.
Okay, and it can be, posted on our website.
Yes.
So,
Like I said, I apologize, I just didn't get a chance to get through today.
if anyone wants a copy that's here now.
Oh, we can make a copy for that.
Instead of reading it.
No, I just wanted to find out, because I'm trying to understand when I was going through your ordinance, that's the pyramid things, right? Is that super, is the charter, because a lot of stuff is in our charter. So if we, well, I don't know, I'm just asking, if we doing an ordinance and we changing stuff from what's in the charter, is that considered a charter amendment? Because a lot of stuff that you have in the ordinance is stated in our charter. So if we changing the charter to adopt this ordinance, it means but it's not that.
Yeah, so to your question, Councilwoman, yeah, this is an ordinance, and so what an ordinance does is it gives a process, a framework for what's in our charter, right? So that's everything comes from our charter. So this has, it's a little detailed, it's more detailed than what's in the charter to give a framework of how, processes should be implemented, right? How we should function. So that's what ordinances are.
Right, but it's the same, man. It's the exact same thing in the charter, so I don't understand.
No, it's not the same exact
What's
thing,
being changed?
because what's not in the charter are your tiers. That's not in the charter. It's not.
So you added tiers to the charter?
No, so what I'm doing is, what our charter has in there is that, the town administrator should not spend more than $1,000. He has no authority to spend more than $1,000 without the approval of the mayor and council in a meeting. It also says she cannot, approve a contract for more than $1,500 without the approval of the mayor and council in a meeting. Did we know that?
So that's what, okay, that's the ordinance.
So, but that is, right, that is a, right.
I know that's the ordinance.
So that is what's currently, but we need to amend that.
Okay, sure.
Right.
All right, so we looked at the sidewalks, so give me the next one.
Hold on a minute, she got my chance.
Oh, I thought we were on.
Yeah. And
So you amended it from the 1,500 to 2,500.
I want to read this, I'm sorry, it's not gonna take long.
Oh.
No,
No, I just wanted,
I can't even read it.
She's just had a question. Are you reading yours? Are you gonna read your one?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm reading mine.
no, but not tonight here in the meeting.
No. What you know? I'm saying you put it on the agenda, could I read?
You said just.
No, you
I
said
know
you
she
should say
said.
something.
Oh, y'all, no. You are attention. I just wanna okay. I wanna read it so we can understand it, because I don't wanna come another meeting. And then it's,
do another meeting.
look, I don't wanna come, well, let me finish, I don't wanna come another meeting and then it's like, what are you saying? What is this? No, so.
You can understand.
We know we need to change it. We can't delay it.
All the time, they do not sit and read the whole document. They give it to you and you read it and they paraphrase what it is. So why do you think we're not wrong people? We can't
We're
understand.
not changing the, we're changing the ordinance. This is a code of ordinance. Purchasing. Yeah, this is, yeah, purchasing. Yeah, purchasing, that's fine. This is a section, this is the only thing I'm touching is chapter 2, administration of government, article 2, down there. Section 2204, and then I'm adding subsections to get clarity.
Is this the original?
You know, something like this.
For the original ordinance,
Respectfully, when you do stuff like this, it should be the council, it should not be an individual person. This is council stuff.
no, wait.
You gonna start
can-
changing ordinances.
No, we
No.
ordinance. What you saying?
No.
That's what we are policymakers, so why would I be able to do that? I don't understand.
It should be your council. I don't need no mayor, it should be your council doing that.
So you.
That's a sidewalk in this.
No, this is an ordinance.
We had ordinance.
You have an ordinance.
They all wrong.
Prior to me, though, the council members have
Not me on it, this should be council. In all honesty, the ordinances should always be your council. Okay, then shut up.
Listen,
I was trying to tell y'all was right.
Oh, no, not
It should be your council. Your initiatives got no problem. But your ordinances, your legislation is your council.
So we go to the county council and read there, so
It's
you can see who presents, right? That's all it is an introduction, that's who's introducing it. But the council is ultimately approving, but you see that at the bottom. It says there, it says, be it further, no, therefore be it ordained and enacted by the mayor and council of the town of Capitol Heights.
I'm not arguing with y'all. I'm not.
Well, I'm saying it's the mayor, it's the mayor and the council.
I gave you my best advice. You do what you want to do. I just gave you my best advice, that's all I'm doing.
This one, this is one.
I'm right. We should be a group. We should be the council introducing, like every other municipality does. We should be a group. And that's all of us. That's all I'm saying, but y'all do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. I'll be gone. I don't mean like doing it, I don't mean that, but y'all do what you want to do. Do what you want to do.
And that's based on best practice, that's just how
No.
it's been.
And I'm not trying to make you, I'm not trying to do that to be embarrassing. Truly, I'm not. I'm doing this to tell y'all, it should be council does stuff. It should be the council. The council gets together, the council votes, and that's what your legislation should be. But I respect what you're saying. Keep it doing, keep it moving, because I don't want to single you out. I don't want you to feel that way. So keep it moving. Just don't read it all.
Yeah, I'm going to you.
Okay. All right.
What's the next one?
The next one is. Sidewalk. It's okay.
Crosswalk.
Crosswalk. Oh, it's okay. Crosswalk, we got this one. So ordinance 2025-05, granted by Councilmember. Introduction by Councilmember David. An ordinance to implement and regulate the town-wide pedestrian safety and crosswalk plan. Purpose of this ordinance is to formally adopt a lasting legal plan for the crosswalk initiative, thereby benefiting the residents and pedestrians of the town of Capitol Heights. While the crosswalks have already been authorized by a resolution, this ordinance is the future legislative action that codifies them into our local traffic laws, making them a lasting part of our community's permanent traffic code. This provides a permanent and enforceable standard for the crosswalk initiative, thereby strengthening the town's comprehensive commitment to make our community more sustainable. The action directly benefits the residents and pedestrians of the town of Capitol Heights by creating a safer, more walkable community. An ordinance to amend chapter 8, article 3, motor vehicles and traffic of the code of the town of Capitol Heights by adding a new section to establish and regulate a comprehensive plan for crosswalks throughout the town. Okay. Now, before quick, now, it's not.
You dig this, that, like, what's the other little part? Remember, we're gonna read it several more times, so what can you read now? Because we're gonna take it and read it.
So. It's like reading in parts, so I just read the post
For me,
and then you all look at it.
and you're a very intelligent woman. When if you read, I do better just reading stuff myself. And you sitting there reading, that is, my mind goes all over.
Yeah, but you have this, it goes together, so I'm giving you the details of.
That's what I'm saying, give us a summary.
The summary is that crosswalks are being established, and so we have to have a layout of that, the establishment, who's gonna be involved. Where the crosswalks would be, but that will be the town wide. I provided maps attached.
And I'm gonna have to sit look at all that. That's why all of this, just so I can really read 5 pages and you read something out to me. Let's just give me the thing. I'm gonna be mine.
Okay, so what? You want
We need all of them.
Yes, so TA said she's gonna provide that to
And I'm gonna read all of
their
them.
council, and then you're gonna.
That's already been provided. Not only that, it's also been posted online.
Okay, so all
Your
the.
crosswalk is done.
Councilwoman Chu,
Oh, yeah.
Councilwoman Chu.
Yes, ma'am.
I was just looking through the layout for the different streets.
Oh, thank you, the question.
Also,
Also,
the crosswalk.
yes, so then, I didn't hear before.
Oh, sorry.
The question. So the question was, and he's off the, what's this called? He's off the online now, just, what's his name? Gibson, and then the director. So yeah, because while we were out, going through the streets, we did not do the have you place. Because he was like, no, I was like, no, that's a town street. And so he said, no, he talked with someone on the county, and they said, that's
I'll
how
double check everything. I'll just double check it. It's just as deep to add on there, but I'll just double check it.
Okay, so we need to have them to go back
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And do that.
Yeah, but however, your, ordinance is online posted, my old extension, I said before the meeting.
Yeah, but we didn't put it in here, is my point.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because that's what I do, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Even though there's.
you might know.
Oh, no, I was just,
Yeah, I
You
just,
got the floor. Troy, you off the floor, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
y'all just want to let me some information. I don't know if it helps in, as far as identifying the street. But when we are dispatched the calls, they definitely send us to those streets, like, and in the system, the sectors are broken up into beats. Highview Place, Drive, Quadview, that whole circle area all comes up under what we call H11. And all H11 is on, good towns out the height that we always respond to. That's
across Brook Road, I noticed I have you place and drive on one side as well as I have you
Yeah,
place
so imagine
on the other side.
if we coming up, with the Brook, if we're coming up Brook Road to the right, with that, Highview, Drive and Quadview Drive and stuff like, you talking about to the left, like to where
Yeah,
you.
right, when on that left side.
Oh, yeah, you mean the main street to.
Yeah.
Well, that's the town.
So that's right, so, but like I said, and this director said he
Oh,
was
they
in
did.
communication with the county representative.
No, that's not true. Highview Drive is county.
But we're talking about how you place.
Yeah, it's not, no, it's not the HOA. It's either the town, whatever, but it's not, you know what I'm trying to say. And if you go across,
It's not.
that is the town, because the Board of Elections, when you get their list, they've got that as the town. Everybody got me confused.
No, listen to me.
Councilwoman Chu. Councilwoman Chu.
Joy got,
Yeah, I'm done. I yield the floor.
Can you call
I
out?
try to be fair to
Can you please call,
everybody.
if you was just on the call?
I try to be fair to everybody.
Is he out? He was on the call?
Everybody.
He was.
Just, our director.
He's gone.
Okay, are you done, Joy?
Yeah.
I'll be fair to
Yeah, of
everybody.
course, of course.
Okay,
Now, you can just say we.
now everybody in here, ain't nobody here now. You got something, former Casey? You got something? Speak. We just ain't trying to get out.
For me,
I'm
the
trying to give
candidate
everybody
is
the
the source.
chance so they can.
Mr. Dixon, he's new. All of us should be familiar with the streets and the town. Have you place to drive, and it's like taking you.
I agree.
Yeah, so, even though he may have made a mistake, but I think there's elected officials, so y'all campaign it. Y'all, so
It's in the tank. It's in the tank. Okay, drive and.
Okay.
They go back.
And they have a list, they do have this list of all the stories.
Oh, we have the list on our list, that's what I told him, but,
No.
that's what I mentioned, I think they told him, that's.
Okay, all right, let's go off that one and move on. Chu, what was your comment?
So we already established how you place and drivers in the town and in town streets.
Okay.
However, you did miss two streets. You missed Old Walnut, I think it's Old Walnut Court. That's off of Rollins Avenue. That is in the town, Montefiore.
Okay,
And Montefiore.
oh, okay, so going up there,
And Troy, they don't get.
so that, so inside there is
Okay,
the.
okay, what?
In the development. It's
That whole development.
No, wait.
It's not in the development.
Wait a minute,
The houses.
it's, their house, it is a development, so it is, it's Rollins, because we did ride past there. What was it? What is it?
It is, no, it's not a housing development. It's a street with single family homes in it. Am I correct? Yeah, it's just the street with individual single family homes.
Did you ride into that community? It's
I'm
like
not experienced at all.
7 or 8 houses right there.
That's my Uber.
Right, so that
Do
would.
y'all just wanna do a free for all where we'll never get out of here? Or do you wanna do this meeting with some organization? Remember, remember, we have people here, on here and there. Let's do it with organization, because we're all over the place now.
Well, I'm trying to
Do
explain
you
it.
yield, you Councilman Chu?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So I'm trying to explain to Councilman Ford.
Okay.
Old Walnut Street is, you have Rollins, the new playground area. That very next street to the right is Old Walnut Street. There's maybe about 5 houses on the right-hand side, maybe 2 houses on the left-hand side, going up the little street on the left-hand side. Then after that street is Lupa, right, that's the cul-de-sac here that has single family homes in it. That's also a town street
Going in,
going in. So I just didn't see them on the list.
it's not in the, on the map.
But those are in the town. Okay.
So that is something, we said we would just read this now, let's just read what we're gonna do, and then we know what we need to work on now. Okay, so what's the next one you want to read? Because someone will choose you next. It's 10 o'clock at night, not really. What's the next one you want to read?
So before we move on, something we have to confirm, there is the map,
Yes, the map is on there. We
and the
have,
street, there are 2 streets. I'm just doing on that.
those are the two maps that they, okay, what I'm gonna do is like, whatever it is, we'll confirm it, we'll add on to it. It's very simple, it's okay. Right, it's nothing, I mean, it's probably my fault that I missed some streets. I just didn't pick up all the streets. I'm not familiar with the area. But that is,
David,
yes.
the technicalities. I'm trying to stop these meetings from being forever.
Right,
The technicalities, Councilman Ford can work out with you.
yes,
The thing on the thing now is she read the summary.
okay,
That's what we need, and we will take the thing home with us
yes.
and read it. Councilman James, you got something?
I just want to add to that. Traffic and painting, the
Yes,
striping
yes,
that you or even Ford or whomever, Mr. Gibson, make sure they use high performing acetone.
yes, that's what they're,
Page
Yes, that's what they're using. That's exactly.
I hear what they're saying, but make sure they.
They make sure, yes, yeah.
They will say one thing and think they'll do something else.
Understood.
That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so where's your message? Did you read? You got, I did both. Okay, you did both? Okay, now, before we go to the next one, Councilwoman Chu, or you're next?
Okay, do that with a resolution.
Where's that? That what we finished?
Yeah, that was the same. This is the third one. And it's just, it's just, try to trick me.
I'm tired, I'm just.
A resolution,
Just helping.
a resolution to acknowledge the partnership between the town of Capitol Heights Community Engagement Sustainability Committee and the First Baptist Church of Capitol Heights Resource Ministry, presenting the Medicare and Medicaid Educational Workshop. This will be,
I read that one, I read the whole thing.
this will be on the 20th.
September 20th.
Yeah, 10 to 2 in the community center. And this is going to come from, so we're doing refreshments, and that should exceed $150.
I think you should make that for them.
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, so, and this is a, yeah, so this is a resolution, just, I move for the acknowledgement of this resolution, of the event. It's any seconds, then I move, so we see second. Are there any nays on that one? No, yes, ma'am.
Acknowledgement. Bringing resolution or we're acknowledging it here?
Oh, no, we're not, no, it's not being, well, I'm not asking for approval, but acknowledging the fact that it's going to be an event happening in town. Yeah, so it's not proving it.
The other resolution, your motion is to,
Acknowledge this is what my resolution is, to acknowledge the partnership between the town of Capitol Heights Community Engagement and Sustainability Committee and the First Baptist Church of Capitol Heights to be sustainable. That's me.
It's late, but we're trying to understand. Since when did we have to vote on, and she brought, I thought the rule was, she bring her dinner to the council 30 minutes. 30 days, thank you for the correction. 30 days before the event. And present. Now, we didn't start voting on an event. To be held. She's going to say what she's spending or how much she's going to be spending. What do you mean?
Well, but
I was talking and then some of my colleagues were
reading
talking
yours
of it.
again, but yours read and yours was a resolution, so that's why I figured you have to sign it. But yours, when you said come in 30 days ahead, you did it in the form of a resolution. Just read it.
You just went through it. I didn't get my computer.
No, remember you said so things were coming on time. You know, and it's because of resolution.
Yeah, well, can I finish stating what I was saying before I was interrupted or on sidebar talking to my colleagues? I was saying to you all that I thought the rules, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the rule was if a council member was having an event, it was to be presented to the council, mayor and council, 30 days in advance, 30 days prior to that event, with what is being spent or what you're doing at the event. So why are we voting? What are we voting on? She just presented what she's doing, how much is going to be done. So what are we voting on?
No line item. I see what you said.
It's an honor. I said, well, she's taking it out of something, but still. Can I get my question answered by someone? What are we voting? We're supposed to be voting.
Acknowledging that it's happening and this support for the event and everything.
But we've never voted on the event. You
I
brought,
thought
you brought forth your event.
when it's dealing with money, yeah.
You brought forth your event. You told how much is going to be spent. And you'll tell them. You'll tell them.
Every time I try to finish, I got all sidebar talking.
All I'm saying is, why are we gonna belabor the hour and vote on something that we've never done before? That's not the rule. She brought forth her event. She told how much she's spending. and when the event's gonna be done. Okay, case closed, let's move to the next topic. So we don't.
Councilmember Amanda.
Thank you.
I'm not trying to make this more complicated, but I do remember resolutions that have come forward for people's, like, the council member events or, initiative events. I remember one coming through for a Mother's Day brunch. Remember one coming through for the scavenger hunt. Remember one coming through for the senior event. I remember council forward bringing one forth for a community day. So, we have had resolutions come through for these events, especially when it's using town funds, where it just establishes the event and then money that's being used for it.
That's why I feel like that's what it's used, I mean, that's what it said, but I'll keep us thinking.
What's the next step then?
You guys vote? You guys vote now?
She has hers in that format of resolutions.
So we focus in acknowledging,
Right.
I did bring it forth, everybody has heard it.
Yeah.
So,
Very nice. And that's resolution 2025-29, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so can I call the vote?
Everybody good? No, any more
Yeah.
comments?
no,
This way. The gentleman just stated, this thing. Most events been coming through this to acknowledge and facilitate, not part of as a resolution, but if it's a resolution, yes, we have to vote on it. If it's not a resolution,
That's a resolution.
Okay, so like the resolution, okay, acknowledge the resolution 2025-29, that the event is happening and their council provides for support. Okay, so Councilmember Amanda Anderson. Yes. Councilmember, Nina Anderson.
yes.
Councilmember, Mayor Pro Tem Chu.
Yeah.
Councilmember Ford.
yes,
Councilmember James. Councilmember James.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Are you okay with the event going on the 20th of
I
September?
didn't get where the money is coming from.
150 for
I said, where it's coming from.
it's coming from,
per line item.
I didn't say, I didn't hear.
Oh,
Yeah, I read.
she read it.
Okay. Yes.
And Councilmember what, thank you, was all approved, 6 ayes, no nays. And then if you guys can sign that, it'll be good.
And I will need, before I sign this, is two signatures. I need the, thing, addendum. If I have to vote on this addendum, though.
So can I just write on their addendum?
Yeah.
Yes, I need.
I'm gonna write on their addendum. I'm sure right now,
Sometime tonight.
I'll physically write on their.
Only two. Only two.
Oh, yeah, they need. My topic, are we? Okay, so, I'm bringing up the Toastmasters again, and I'm not bringing it up in a egregious way, which is everybody probably wait. I'm just bringing it up, so I don't have a problem with Toastmasters meeting in the community room, or anything like that. The only thing that, I'm asking is that we actually are in compliance. Because if we are sponsored by the town of Capitol Heights, and we use the town of Capitol Heights name, all I'm asking is to make sure that we are in compliance. Because right now, we only have 4 active members, not